We'd like to introduce you to our team captains for the evening. Oliver, he smiles today. Zach Curran. DJ Mills. Aaron Raines. And Hayden Argo.
And a pleasant good evening to you and to yours, and welcome to Brevard Sports Network on the campus of Catherine A. Ford Field here at Kelly Stadium as we get set to kick off Friday Night Lights here on Brevard Sports Network. Alan Slaughterzinski and Anthony Knock Reiner with you. And Knock, first of all, welcome back to another season of Brevard County High School football. For you and I, Knock, this is going to be our what? We've been doing this since 2015, you and I?
Yeah. I was going to say, this is year 12 for me, and I believe this has got to be year 5 or 6 for between me and you.
Yeah, for BSN. And I'm going back to our Space Coast Daily days when we did radio. And anyway, we've seen plenty of Holy Trinity and MCC battles through the years. And they've all been some great ones. I remember the Erdmans being a big part of this. And so tonight we get Hurley Brown, who is entering, I believe, his 4th season here at Holy Trinity. He is grooming a young football team. He's got a lot of offensive talent to replace. He's got some great defenders returning. But it's the debut for Ryan Schneider, who for the last 8 years has been at Cocoa. He's won 3 state championships. He's religiously lived in, religiously lived in the Final Four. And, here we go tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to be a great ball game tonight, and the important thing here is that obviously everyone's going to ask the question. Ryan Schneider, as you mentioned, all the things that he did at Cocoa. How quickly can he get MCC to be a powerhouse? How long does that take? What does that look like? We're obviously going to get our first chance to see that tonight, and obviously Holy Trinity, an FHSAA independent now after spending time last year at the SSA. And so really excited to see what these two teams have, because ultimately the biggest thing, and you talked about a lot in your previews, the quarterback battles. Both these teams having to replace quarterbacks. Brogan McNabb over at UAB. Rico is well gone now for Holy Trinity. So 2 new quarterbacks, and I don't know if we'll see multiple here this evening, as Holy Trinity will open this game with receiving the kickoff as MCC deferred.
If you've never worked the dynamic or watched a broadcast with Knock Reiner and myself doing it, Anthony handles the play-by-play. I shut up, which for most of you that's a joy, and I chime in with the color commentary. Knock, it's good. It's just going to be a lot of fun tonight, and I'm excited to be here. Let's make sure we get the camera set up. I don't want to hit the post too much there. There we go. Now, listen, we were talking the other night. We work one camera. We don't have multiple cameras. We don't have instant replay. This is why we're able to bring you these broadcasts for free.
Yeah, exactly. It's us, our blood, sweat, and tears, and how much we love it. and that we are able to bring games like tonight over. I know we got the Rockledge and Heritage game, which should be a fun one as well. And again, thanks for everyone tuning in tonight, because like I said, I think this is going to be a fun one. We've got a lot of great players, and I know we talked quarterbacks, but we haven't even had a chance to talk about, I think, probably one of the best pass rushers this year in all of Brevard County, and that's Oliver Esmelzadeh.
Yeah.
11 sacks last year, 2 interceptions, had 19 tackles for loss. That's a big challenge for MCC's offense and Coach Ryan Schneider tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and I'm excited to see how this one plays off. Trenton Washington wins the job. I shouldn't say, well, yeah, he does. He wins the starting job. Somebody's got to start. Trenton Washington won that job. So he'll get the start tonight for MCC. Schneider will call the plays. Of course, he's got his trusted offensive assistant with him and assistant head coach Adam Franco. And we're going to get underway, and here to give you all of the play-by-play, my man, Anthony Knockrider.
Well, we got 12 minutes on the clock here as we are at Catherine A. Ford Field. And again, a beautiful evening. It's hot. That is for sure. We have not entered the cool months yet, obviously, but got a nice little breeze rolling in here from the south side of the stadium. And we have got what looks like Aiden Williams back deep, as well as Chandler Henley back deep for the Tigers.
Let me answer a question right out of the gate. EJ Dusshark. Coco chose another way this year to broadcast. They don't want BSN broadcasting this year. They went with Varsity Sports Now, so we got one Coco game this year, and we're fine with that. So, okay, go ahead, Knock.
Well, as we saw, Caden McPherson there has kicked that one off. That one into the end zone, so touchback for the Holy Trinity Tigers is – we are going to see our first look here is Alan, you did an amazing job with the previews. 4 quarterbacks, it looked like, that Hurley Brown's got to choose from.
He got a winner, too. I think I texted him today.
Yep, looks like Bo Mobley. So Mobley will get the start here. As, you got Ryan Ramos, Brody Argo, Kalen McGeegan, it looks like, as well. So we'll see if those guys get any snaps tonight at quarterback. But we will open things up with Bo Mobley, the sophomore quarterback here for Holy Trinity, as we'll see trips to the near side. Ball in the 20 here, first down and 10. 3-step quick drop, fires one, launches a satellite. A little bit of a duck on that one, and that one is picked off as the first pass is intercepted, and MCC's defense comes away with a turnover at midfield.
Yeah, that was number 15 for Melbourne Central Catholic that came down with that. And that, unfortunately, is what you're going to get in youth at the quarterback position. Ryan Kling, the junior defensive back, picks it off. For lack of a better term, he hit the X button there. And unfortunately, defender hit the 0 or the O button,
right,
and picked it off. So there's that, and now we get our first look at the MCC offense. And the most dynamic player, in my opinion, in all of Brevard County this year in Noah Flores. Now, listen, we got some great players in the Jay-Sean Corbins who does a lot as well, but this Noah Flores is something special.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I just remember him freshman year playing in Satellite when Satellite played Coco in a kickoff classic, and the kind of impact plays as we see him go out in motion. Washington dump off to him. Flores near sideline, 5 yards, across the 40, and he's still in bounds across the 30 and knocked out of bounds inside the 30 about the 28-yard line, and Noah Flores already making the impact felt.
There you go. So, I mean, we just talked about him, right? I see my man Sean Ashley, I think, is watching, who's the offensive coordinator for Satellite. I got lucky last night, too. I'll tell you about that on a play call late in the game.
Trenton Washington with an empty set, man in motion. Jet sweep now to Cayman Ferris. Ferris testing the outsides, but it's Oliver Esmelzadeh who snuffs it out, and it's a tackle for loss.
That's what Oliver Esmelzadeh does. He gets in backfields. He disrupts. You mentioned it before the broadcast. He is undoubtedly one of the top pass rushers in Brevard County, and he's underrated.
Yes, very much so. He's got to be getting his name. I think another solid year this year. We're talking about him with multiple big offers. So second down and a bunch here as we're going to see offsides. Looks like that was on J.D. Corbin. Hard count from Washington.
That was a shocker of a game to me last night, Space Coast and Satellite. I thought it was going to be a little more high scoring. That's the shocker part. Not a shocker that Satellite won, but that was a good, hard-fought football game on a breezeless night on Satellite Beach.
Yeah, it was stuffy Satellite Beach last night.
Oh, man.
Trent Washington now looking to the sideline, looking for the call. Flores to his left, trips to the near sideline. Good snap, just a delayed handoff to Flores, able to make one man miss, and he's wrapped up by a host of Tigers, but not before he picks up a first down at the 15.
The most important part about Noah Flores isn't anything you're going to see on this football field tonight, Anthony. It's where he's going to college. Harvard.
Yeah.
I mean, Anthony, Harvard could care less how good you are at football.
Well, no, see, that's a little bit misleading because I know the Ivy Leagues didn't participate in the FCS as we see a pitch toss to Flores, and Flores has got daylight, near sideline, makes a man miss, and he's in the end zone for an MCC touchdown.
Well, you're right. I apologize. I shouldn't have said it that way. They do care. It was Harvard. There's a lot of rivalries, and there's some of the oldest football played in the country in the Ivy Leagues.
And what I want to point out, though, is that the Ivy Leagues finally decided to stop being so Ivy, and they've joined the FCS playoffs now.
I like that.
And so they're actually going to compete for the FCS championship. Montana State won it last year, and I know that because I still cover I still love Montana and Montana State. But, Harvard's got some really good football. I think he's going to be a great player, a great addition for them.
Yep.
As we see Caden McPherson kick this one, and it is blocked, and it'll be 6-0 for the Hustlers as we've got 10:20 to go here at Catherine A. Ford Field.
That's all McPherson. I mean, his approach to the ball on that one, it was pretty nonchalant, Doc. So I am fairly certain that he'll get his ear bent as he hits the sidelines.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, that's the thing is again, I'm going to point to your previews because you did an amazing job with them. There's such a great wealth of knowledge. If you guys haven't checked out those previews, make sure you check them out on the Brevard Sports Network Facebook page. But Coach Ryan Schneider loves special teams and how important special teams is.
Yeah, listen, he's always had a kicker at Cocoa that could put the ball through the uprights, the punter as well. And and you'll notice this year we've moved some things around. We put the advertising sponsors at the top of the screen this year so that we could put the closed captioning could be seen on YouTube at the bottom. We want to thank Best Private Investigations, Chrissy Lindbeck, the best real estate agent in Brevard County. Chrissy knows. We want to thank Coastal Strength and Barbell, Cape Coast Volleyball Club, Gillen Lindbeck, and one of our newest sponsors, Legacy Sports Construction, as we get set to kick off here. And here to give you that, my man, Anthony Knockgrinder.
Cade McPherson getting ready to put boot to leather here as he had his extra point blocked, 6-0. 4-play drive for the Hustlers after an interception by Kling. Set him up at the 50-yard line, as this one is going to bounce at the 5, and it's going to be returnable. And no, it's not because he was in the end zone, so it'll be a touchback as the Holy Trinity Tigers will start at their own 20.
We got, look, both of these teams have some great coaching staffs on them. I mean, you look at Holy Trinity. You got former college guys, former NFL guy down there. You don't have any former NFL guys on the MCC sideline, but you do have a lot of former college guys that play college football down there. And I'll give you that during the next break. But here for Holy Trinity, second possession, not.
First down and 10 from the 20. Bo Mobley in the shotgun. Jackson gets the handoff. He's wrapped up quickly. And I believe that might have been Caden McPherson, the defensive end on tackle.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me. Great player. And I'll tell you what, keep your eye. Looks like they're running a 3, or they got 4, so they're running a 4-2. They got Vance Sanger over there on the left. It looks like Ostrander in the middle. Can't tell who that is on the far right, number 88.
That's McPherson.
There you go.
So second down and 11, ball on the 19-yard line. Chest high snap, handoff once again, this one to Jackson. Jackson picks up a couple of yards, gets it to about the 23, 24, and it'll bring up third down for the Holy Trinity Tigers.
What number is Beckett Pinnock? I thought Pinnock was going to play.
44 is Beckett
I thought
Pinnock.
he was going to do some of the kicking duties this year. So I don't know. Pinnock is just an unbelievable freak of an athlete. He was a goalie at Cocoa Beach last year. for soccer. One of the best in the county as a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
Third down here, Knock.
Third down, looking at about 3rd and 6. Ball needs to get to the 30 for a first down. Mobley looking to throw. Fires quickly, and that one is incomplete, but we do have a penalty flag flying from the back end.
He grabbed him, no question about it. Great call. Great. I was wondering if the flag was going to be thrown on it. Ryan Kling, who I believe had the interception, grabbed the receiver. This should be 15 and a first. Jackson, I'm going to tell you something. This young man, Jackson, last year, I believe he's a sophomore this year. He could really emerge in this county this year.
Well, there's a lot of young, talented players.
It's incredible how good these student athletes get now as freshmen, 8th graders even, 8th and 9th graders even. I mean, we broadcast a game last night where Charlie Man Williams for Space Coast last night played last year as an 8th grader at Space Coast. So, I mean, these students, and they get and that's because of their development. We have some really good coaches in this county.
I was going to say, you're absolutely right. A ton of great coaches that do a great job developing players. After the penalty, first down and 10. Mobley chest high snap will hand it off to Jackson again. He bobs and weaves his way through the middle of the defense, and he'll pick up a first down and across midfield and some juice from the Holy Trinity offense.
I'll tell you what, we just talked about him, right? And there he goes, banging up the middle for 13, 14 yards, Knock. What a run. And what impressed me on that one was the burst of speed once he broke that first level.
Well, and on top of that, too, his ability to get angles on defenders there, as you could kind of see how he was able to make guys miss in the middle of that defense. We'll see first down and 10 from the ball in midfield. Split shotgun formation, handoff to Jackson once again. Jackson turns direction, and he's not able to slip out of the third defender, but he was able to get by the first. Great job there by Vance Sanger as well as Caden McPherson.
Sanger has to feel like a new man this year. Last season, he played with a shoulder that required off-season surgery. Kid knew that last year. Doctors told him he could still play. He'd have to wear a sling to do it, and he'd be in some pain on some Friday nights. But he did it. He played, and he's just got to be elated to be out there pain-free this year.
Yeah, absolutely, and already making his presence known. Again, I really liked both defensive lines for both these teams tonight. I just love the size, the speed that they have as we see second down and 13. Mobley on the run. Throws it quickly. That one is caught by Hayden Argo, and that'll be a gain of about 8 as he gets it to about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I think the thing Holy Trinity's going to need to do, you got a back like Jackson that's got the speed, but you got an athlete like Hayden Argo. You can really run a lot of great misdirection with just those two guys right there. Mm-hmm. That's not even mentioning Aaron Raines getting him involved. I expect to see more Jets counters with guys like Argo and Raines from this offense this year with the speed that Jackson can produce.
And then you got Shanley Henley as well, the transfer from Vero Beach, I believe.
Correct, yeah.
Kind of curious to see how they use him this season as well. Got some playmakers. Obviously, they had some that they had to replace from last season.
Rico Petrago, Jaden McMillan, yeah.
Third down and about 7 to go here for the Holy Trinity Tigers. Need to get to the 40 for a first down. Chest high snap. Mobley on the run. Going to take off with it. Got to make a man miss. He does. He's still on his feet, and he'll have more than enough for a first down for the Holy Trinity Tigers.
When they tell you quarterbacks got to have short memories, I am impressed with the way Mobley has bounced back on this drive, Knock, after throwing an interception on his very first pass of the preseason.
Yeah, a whole new set of downs here. Nice sustained drive for the Holy Trinity Tigers. Right now we're getting ready for the 8th play where this drive started back on the 20. We got 6:25 to go here in the first quarter. Right now MCC 6, Holy Trinity nothing, but Holy Trinity trying to change that now. Again, entering their 8th play, ball on the 39-yard line.
Got a great day coming up for you tomorrow on BSN. We'll tell you about it after this play.
Man in motion now for Holy Trinity is Jackson will get the
Whistles.
handoff, and whistles. We'll see. Got to be a pre-snap penalty, I'd imagine.
Yeah, false start.
False start.
So tomorrow, Knock, to kick off this year, we are with the Cocoa Tigers youth football program this year. I couldn't be more elated to do that. And tomorrow, we have got the I've been seeing the trash talk all week. Who has the real jungle? What jungle does the real Cats reside in? Is it the Cocoa Tigers or the Space Coast Panthers? All day tomorrow from Stradley Park, Brevard Sports Network brings you that action.
2 great youth programs.
Yeah,
done a
no
great
doubt.
job feeding the high schools.
Somebody's asking me what happened to the O'Galley live stream. We had to switch it. We made a mistake in scheduling it, and unfortunately had to switch it. I made that announcement 2 days ago, so I apologize if you didn't catch that. That announcement, or that game is over on VSN. You can catch that through their website. So 1st and 15 now, knock.
5 minutes and 58 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 MCC leading Holy Trinity. Bo Mobley doing some nice things on this drive, along with Michael Jackson, the running back. Jackson with some nice carries, already gains of about 12 yards and 7 on this drive. First down and 15. Pressure coming. Jackson with the handoff, goes left, makes another man miss. Now he's got green grass in front of him at the 15, 10, and he's brought down. We got flags flying in, but a big play from Michael Jackson.
Well, they came late, so whatever happened, that's not going to kill this entire play if it's against Holy Trinity. But, man, what an electric young man he is.
Yeah, very much so. And again, it's just he's the way he's able to just kind of angle his body and able to move, and just the quick decision-making to go left. We had so much green grass in front of him. Great job there. And once again, kind of catching MCC. They were bringing pressure, and there goes Michael Jackson up the middle.
Yeah, they are inside the Cape Coast Volleyball red zone. That's what we're calling it this year. So there you'll see that pop up when teams are in the red zone on the bottom right. I want to thank Connie Denenberg and Cape Coast Volleyball.
So 1st and goal from the 4-yard line, a 40-yard run by Michael Jackson. I formation here as we see Mobley now under center. Don't see that too often these days.
No.
A little bit of a bobbled snap. Jackson still has it, trying to turn the legs, and I think MCC is going to hold him up at the 2.
He's a player now. Look, you know, if I could just for 1 minute throw. You saw the youth right there down on the goal line. Just the stopping at the goal, just the stutter step there. That's youth. He'll fix that as he gets older. When you're down there on the goal line, you don't have time to cut back. You straight ahead.
So now we see 2nd and goal. Ball spotted on the left hash mark of the 3-yard line as a handoff once again. This time that's going to be to Ja'Cory Mills.
There you go.
And Ja'Cory Mills with the touchdown for the Holy Trinity Tigers.
Outstanding job by Ja'Cory Mills. Sidestepped the tackler, the defensive end right there, and knocked. Holy Trinity answers with a touchdown on the back of that young running back, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson making some key plays on this drive. Again, this is a 10-play drive. It encompassed about 6 minutes of time and possession, and we'll see if they can take the lead here. Roan Wright, 29 of 32 extra points last season. A little bit of a leftward snap, and that kick is still up, and it is good.
Uh-oh.
And Holy Trinity now leads 7-6.
I want to tell everybody right now, and Michael Jackson already looks like a candidate for it. Make sure to send in your nominations for the Legacy Sports Construction Athlete of the Week. They'll win a $25 gift certificate. I'll do a nice write-up and story on them. And please, we need your help as well. You're 50% of the process. So send those nominations in to BSN. That's BSN AOTW at gmail.com. So there you see. I don't know if I got that one on the screen there, but it's BSN AOTW, which stands for Athlete of the Week. BSN AOTW at gmail.com. So, man, how about this? I got to be honest with you, brother. I didn't expect that.
Well, here's the thing. You got to go back because, again, this was a long drive. It encompassed about 6 minutes of time in possession, but it was that penalty back early in this drive. The pass interference penalty that kept that drive alive for the Holy Trinity Tigers. So an MCC, kind of a big mistake there.
Yeah, good teams take advantage, and Holy Trinity did that. Listen, they're always going to be a well-coached team with Hurley Brown and the staff that he's going to have there. And, so nice job. I don't know why I should be surprised.
Well, I was going to say, too, the things that I did like, because we did see Mobley throw the football a little bit.
Yeah.
But we did see some nice things when he rolled out, also picking up a big first down on a run, so showing his athleticism. Again, seeing him become really comfortable. Again, you talked about it, just having that short memory from that first pick.
Yep, no doubt about it.
So Roan Wright will get ready to kick this one off, put boot to leather here. Back deep is Noah Flores, and
that's just not what you want to do. He had 4 kickoff return touchdowns last season. Yeah, keep the ball away from him, and that's exactly what they'll do.
Tristan Washington will take it upfield for MCC.
Trenton's brother.
And MCC will have the football with good field position. Looks like probably the 35, 36-yard line.
So this is really
35.
the first opportunity with 4:30 to play in the opening quarter that we're going to get to see the MCC offense really, really work. You know what I mean? And I mean, we got to see Noah Flores, but I want to see what this offense is going to do without Noah. You know what I mean? I want to see Trent Washington throw it a little bit. I just want to see that.
First down and 10. Washington throws it low. That one intended for Grady Bonneberger.
That's nerves. That's all that is nerves.
But keep your eye on Cayman Veras as well as Colton Brown, the two receivers. Same time, too.
We lost our Go ahead. You guys got to speak louder. I hit the wrong button. Oh, here we go. We get a whistle at the right time, and that's a beautiful thing.
Trinity, so free 5 yards.
Yeah, we should be good.
So Holy Trinity with 2 penalties on encroachment already.
It's week one. Bear with me. Bear with me.
Washington takes it up the gut, is met by a host of Tiger defenders leading the charge. Hayden Argo along with Omari Savage. Mills in on the stop as well. Ja'Cory Mills transferring over from MCC.
Yep.
Making his presence known on defense. Again, solid gain, bring up 3rd down and 1. Empty set here for the Hustlers. Brown, the receiver, here at the bottom of your screen. Flores will now come to the backfield. Hand off to him. Flores choosing his way, goes around the right side with that speed. Down the sideline. Flores, one man to beat. The 15, 10, 5, and he's brought down at the 1.
Are you kidding me? I mean, it's every time this kid touches the football. And it's not like Holy Trinity ain't trying to tackle him, okay? They just can't catch him. They can't get a hand on him.
No. I mean, that's just impressive. Again, just the burst that you see there because he picks his way. He gets to the hole, and then all of a sudden he's gone. There's nobody there. There's no angle for a defender to catch him.
No, and he does it constantly. And he never comes off the field. He plays offense, defense, returns kicks, and returns punts.
54-yard run for Noah Flores, as we'll see first down and goal in the Cape Coast Conference Volleyball red zone. Low snap, handoff to Flores once again, and Flores dives into the end zone for an MCC touchdown, and the Hustlers answer.
I didn't even get a chance to put the Cape Coast Volleyball red zone logo up in the bottom right-hand corner. And I know all of Noah's family in Guam is watching. I'd like to say hello to all of them. They have been an extended family of sorts to Brevard Sports Network through the years, from the days that both Aiden and Noah came up through satellite youth football. So, yeah, and Noah's showing out.
We'll see if the extra point's better this time. McPherson puts it through.
Yeah.
And now the MCC Hustlers retake the lead 13-6, or 13-7.
Yeah, there you go. So there is our Hall of Change this year is new for us. I want to thank Nick Hall and Hall of Change. What a great name. Player of the Gate. We have that chain you see on the right for our player of the game, not just football, for any sport. They'll receive a chain that they can put around their neck. We gave away our first one last night. Luke Hurdy from Satellite got it. And so right now, it looks like it's a battle between Michael Jackson and Noah Flores.
Yeah, and you know what? That's the fun part, too, though. Is
Yeah.
like I said, Noah Flores, I still remember when he was a freshman at Satellite High a couple of years ago. He was taking on Ryan Schneider in the Cocoa Tigers back then in the Kickoff Classic, and we saw the impact he could have, and now Coach Ryan Schneider. I mean, here's the other thing. Are you a little bit surprised seeing Coach Schneider run the football as much as we've seen so far?
I will tell you this. No, because he's got Noah Flores. Because I asked him, how are you, when we did the MCC preview, I talked to him on the phone for like an hour and a half, and I was like, how are you going to utilize Noah Flores? He's like, every time, as much as I can put the football in his hand is how I'm going to utilize him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, with a playmaker like that.
Yeah, he's like, he's going to be in the backfield with whoever went at the time. The quarterback job was up in the air, so.
So 3:26 to go here in the first quarter. 13-7, MCC leading Holy Trinity. And right now we'll get to see Bo Mobley and Michael Jackson see if they can answer this drive. So far, both teams doing a nice job answering each other's drives.
Yeah, they've gutted the middle of that defense thus far, and given the young defensive tackle Ostrander in there an opportunity to get some work in. And these guys just love this game. The Kickoff Classic is so important. I was shocked last night at actually how good the SSAA game was, given the fact that those guys don't get to play a Kickoff Classic of sorts,
Mm-hmm. First down and 10 here for Mobley. Gives the clap, hands off to Jackson once again. Jackson bobs and weaves his way between the tackles and picks up another hard-earned 5 yards. And that offensive line for Holy Trinity continuing to open up holes.
I see my guy Malik Folston made it. He's down there shooting some video for us tonight, and couldn't be more thrilled. Malik, man, I love that guy, and it's so unbelievable what's happening. He's down there in his wheelchair. If you followed Malik's story, you know he's a double amputee this summer. Young man, unfortunate illness occurred, and he had to get his legs amputated there below the knee. But he's here already taking pictures.
As Mobley will throw it out quickly, and that is going to be towards Nathan Reeve.
I thought the ball came out. No, it did not.
And Nathan Reeve will pick up the first down for the Tigers and moving the ball.
And Mobley, Knock, has settled in quite nicely.
Ball will sit on the 33. Again, a nice pass and a nice catch. And again, just those short passes for Mobley, getting him out of the pocket a little bit, making it easy for him.
They're confidence builders for young quarterbacks.
Yeah. So 2:16 to go here in the first quarter.
It's a long first quarter, ain't it?
Yeah, especially with all the running we've seen so far. Jackson with a handoff once again, patiently trying to find a hole, and he does as he gets to about the 39-yard line, and another solid run.
Yeah, they're just
Michael Jackson.
And you know what? The thing that was impressive on that run is there wasn't anything there at the start of it. It looked cluttered, bunched up in the middle, and he just managed to bob and weave his way through whatever holes he could find in there.
Michael Jackson will check out. We'll see Ja'Cory Mills check into the ball game. Again, somebody that's not unfamiliar to running the rock. But again, this offensive line, as you kind of talked about, Alan, in your previews, and I'm going to keep talking about them, but, guys like Nick Rames, TJ Mills, guys like that coming back. Had to fill a few holes as well. Rex Campbell in there as well as a tackle. Doing a nice job, solid so far here as Ja'Cory Mills spins out of one but won't spin out of the second as Ostrander's there to wrap him up.
Well, good job by Paul Ostrander there to get in there and make that stop. And, that play just took a little bit too long to develop right from the get-go as soon as the ball was snapped. And I was going to say Ja'Cory Mills a couple of years ago was a men among boys when he was playing youth football. So there's no question that Hurley Brown and Company is going to have some packages in which Mills will likely be featured this season with the ball in his hand.
We'll look at third down and about 6 here for the Holy Trinity Tigers. Trips to the near sideline. Reeve, the receiver, at the bottom of your screen. Mills, the back in the backfield. Mobley moving, trying to create something with his arm, and this one is going to be caught! Nathan Reeve catches it on the bobble, and that looked like clinging coverage, and I don't think you could cover that any better.
No.
Derek Chandler was in coverage. That's just a great play by Nathan Reeve.
Yeah, I mean, he just went up, got it, fought for it, and that's how you fight for a football. Somebody's going to come down with it, and he did. That's a heck of a play. And here come the Tigers again.
Yeah, again, great offense here that we're seeing so far. Mobley, another big confidence builder. Nathan Reeve, again, coming down with it. I don't know if he got it on the first try. I think it might have bounced around the breadbasket for a few times, but he finally came up with it.
Yep.
As we will see Mobley in the shotgun. Mills still at running back. And we're going to see a flag fly.
Checking the comment section. I want to say hello to Rosaline out there. Rosaline Minor Rosario. Let's go MCC. Guam loves you, Alan. I tell you what, it's good to be loved by another country other than your own.
This is true.
You just never know
I can't say that I got another country.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. You never know how long yours is going to tolerate you. Plus, my next career is going to be storm chasing.
Ooh,
that's my next career, and that's not too far in the distant future, by the way. Storm chasing, and so I may make a trip to Guam. I hope I don't have to.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right, but I will.
So it looks like we have a timeout and a penalty, and it looks like the penalty might have been just on the center, I think, for moving the ball.
Yeah, well, that's the end of the quarter, too.
No, end of the first.
All right, that's the end of the first quarter. 13-7, but the Tigers, they're driving. Back after these messages here on Brevard Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Christy Lindback with Compass, your East Coast real estate expert. When it comes to selling your home, experience and strategy matter. My team and I make sure every detail is handled, so you get top dollar and a stress-free experience. We bring in professional stagers, high-end photographers, and cinematic videographers to showcase your home at its best. Because every showing starts online, and we make sure your home stands out. With consistent communication, strong negotiation skills, and local market expertise, I guide you every step.
One.
And we're back here after the penalty. It'll be first down and 15. Ball on the 33-yard line of MCC. Jet sweep. That one is taken around the edge, and it'll be wrapped up quickly as he's got multiple guys on top of him. Mills now with the football. I think we're down by contact here, but that was Chandler Henley in on the carry.
Well, that's exactly what Corey Mills does. I mean, they never got him on the ground on that. So that's just what he does. That's what he did cheering. That's what he did in youth football. And I can't quite remember. He was used more as a linebacker last year at MCC. And I'm sorry. Yeah, at MCC.
Yeah,
at MCC.
Second down and 9 after the gain of 6. Henley will now move to the other side of the formation. We'll see bunch formation, top of your screen. Aaron Raines there at the bottom of your screen, the wide receiver.
That's the young man I'm looking for a breakout season from. He's good.
Mills takes the handoff, bounces off one right into the arms of Ostrander. That is
Vance Sanger.
Vance Sanger, who he gets wrapped up, and that'll be a loss of a couple. It'll bring up third down.
I guess Beckett Pinnock is injured or not playing tonight, so because I know he was slated to play some defensive end as well. So we'll have to wait for week 1 to see Beckett Pinnock. Next week here on Brevard Sports Network, you'll see MCC again, and then Knockreiner and I will be up in Titusville for a great showdown with Titusville and Oviedo.
Yeah, that should be a fun one next weekend. And obviously Oviedo's going to be kind of known around the Space Coast, as we see a nice pass almost picked off. That one just a little too tall for Zachary Curran. Be 4th down and about 9 to go here. I think Holy Trinity, we're going to see Roan Wright.
Yeah, well, Roan's a returning foot. He's a good kicker. You got to see what you got. Can he hit from, 40? What's he?
44.
44.
So 44-yard field goal attempt. No breeze right now.
Yeah, I can contest to that.
As we'll see this kick.
Good
It's got
Lord.
the distance, and it is no good.
It was
good.
Wide. It was wide. I don't know where it was wide.
I don't know. That's what I was going to say. I don't know where it was wide
If
on
it
that
was
one.
wide, it was high, wide right. But, man, what a kick.
I was going to say, he had the distance. He had distance for 50 with that one.
Yeah, he sure did. And so now Hurley Brown knows his guy can hit it. Even though he didn't. A lot of people say, well, he didn't hit it, Alan. Well, I think the referees down there looked at each other, and I don't think they know what they saw there.
There was a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, it sure was. I'll fix the clock, fix the scoreboard here in a minute on the next break. It is the second quarter. My apologies for not doing that. It's week 1. I apologize.
1st and 10 for the Hustlers. A handoff to Flores once again. Flores able to make Oliver Esmelde miss as he carries a couple more Tigers defenders across the 30, brought down to 32.
This is where, if you're Holy Trinity, you really got to get a stop.
Yeah.
Because Noah Flores can go off on one play. We saw it on the 54-yarder or the 60-yarder that he had on the last drive. So they're just going to keep feeding him the football, and you better stop him at some point.
1st down and 10 from the 32. Quick pass out to Ferris. Ferris makes a man miss. Now it's to the sideline, and it'll be brought down not before he gets across the 40 to about the 43-yard line.
That's the best thing. And listen, nobody knows Ryan Schneider's system better than Trenton Washington and Cayman Veras. They both come from Cocoa with Coach. And for Veras, it's get the ball in his hands, in space, and let him work. We saw him do it in the playoffs last year for Cocoa, and he just did it again there for the Hustlers.
Another 1st down here. Ball on the 44. Great job there. Again, short passes for Washington and letting their playmakers make plays in space. Tackle pull here as we're going to see Colton Brown on the reception. Charges upfield, and he'll pick up a 1st down. As back-to-back-to-back 1st down plays here. They're going to call him short. He'll pick up a 9.
You know what? Yeah, I used to kid Adam Franco and Ryan Schneider all the time, man. And I know that's not a hitch, but I'd always say, throw the hitch, baby. Throw the hitch. That was the staple of the offense.
8:23 to go here in the second quarter. Right now, MCC on top 13-7 here at Catherine A. Ford Field at Holy Trinity. As Washington throws another one, and this one's bobbled. And is it a fumble? They're letting it play on. And Omari Savage is down the sideline, and a defensive touchdown for the Holy Trinity Tigers.
Unbelievable. Did he have possession? Ryan Schneider's livid, absolutely livid. And Holy Trinity celebrating a touchdown, and the officials are talking. I don't know that he caught the ball and made a football move.
Yeah, I don't know. The question the other question is, was the pass behind when he threw it?
Incomplete pass.
So incomplete.
Yeah, that's a good call.
MCC is going to avoid that one.
Marcus May's going to tell you right now, no, you're wrong. And I guess if anybody would know, it's Marcus May. But Marcus is not happy with that.
So MCC will retain possession. The touchdown will come off the board.
And I'm going to say this. That's the right call. Hurley and Marcus don't like it. But the officials did the right thing there in letting that play on and then discuss it. Because if they blow the whistle and it turns out that it is a fumble, well, they've taken a touchdown away from Holy Trinity.
Correct.
So that's they handled that in the right way.
Yeah, as I say, I know the crowd doesn't like it. And like I said, that was one of those where I'm like, is that really a fumble? Not entirely sure.
I thought it was the right call, and I thought they did it the right way.
So 3rd down and 2. Ball needs to get to about the 44. 46 for a first down. Ball's on the 47. Holy Trinity's going to take a timeout here with 7:57 to go here in the second quarter. The Catherine A. Ford Field is here at the home of the Holy Trinity Tigers. MCC 13, Holy Trinity 7.
Yeah, that gives me a chance to fix the quarter up here so everybody don't think we're,
losing our minds?
The first quarter was long enough. But, I want to thank Best Private Investigations, my man, Gregory Buttrick, and his unit do just a terrific job. Look, it's 2026, and I don't care who you are or where you are. Sometimes a private investigator does not hurt. When you need answers, experience, and discretion matter. Best Private Investigations provides accurate, timely information you can trust for child custody matters, suspected infidelity, background checks, asset investigations, identity theft, and civil or criminal cases. Owner and Chief Investigator Gregory Buttrick is a retired law enforcement officer with 25 years of an extensive law enforcement and surveillance experience. His team brings backgrounds in LEO, the military security and operations management, and Best Private Investigations was voted Melbourne's best PI agency from 2019 through 2024. Call 321-508-4492 or visit their Melbourne office at 635 East New Haven Avenue. Check them out online as well as bestprivateinvestigations.com. Everybody's asking about the O'Galley game. It's over on Varsity Sports Now. And if you find their website, you'll find their subscription-based service, and you can pay to watch the O'Galley Commodores play tonight. Third down, knock.
Third down and 2, ball on the 47-yard line of the Tigers. Holy Trinity looking for a stop here after a missed field goal from 44 yards out. Noah Flores now comes to the right of Washington. Chest high snap, Flores with a handoff. He'll get the first down and more as he's still on his feet, turning the legs as he'll get to the 42, and that'll bring up a new set of downs for the Hustlers.
7:48 coming up at halftime. Doesn't look like the band's going to take the field, but our halftime shows this year will be brought to you by Gamers R Us. So I want to thank Seth Gibson and all that he does. And, of course, Seth is a big sponsor for our youth football on Saturdays for Cocoa Youth Football, too.
Nice. Giving you a quick score update from our other game. Heritage 7, Rockledge 6.
I understand both quarterbacks have thrown 2 interceptions apiece in that game.
Washington throws over the middle of the field, and that one almost picked off. Great coverage there by Aaron Raines as Colton Brown was the intended wide receiver.
Aaron started really, really fast last year. When Jaden McMillan transferred to O'Galley and then transferred back to Holy Trinity, Aaron Raines, until I guess McMillan was able to work it out and get going again, Raines started really, really fast last season. And then, of course, once you have a Jaden McMillan, that's where you're going to throw the football.
Flores fakes the jet sweep. Washington looking to go deep. Nice spiral. And he's got a man. It's caught for a touchdown. And that is Grady Bonenberger.
I tell you what, that's all Grady Bonenberger does is just catch passes. That is, and what can you say about the throw from Trenton Washington? That is Ryan Schneider offense 101. Drop back, let it go down the field. Close your eyes, you'll see Brady Hart and Javen Boggs right there.
Absolutely. I was going to say Washington with a beautiful spiral on that one. Couldn't have placed it any better for Grady Bonenberger just to make the catch over the shoulder, and the Hustlers extend their lead.
Nice throw, nice catch.
McPherson to attempt the extra point. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. MCC Hustlers now lead 20-7 over the Holy Trinity Tigers with 7:11 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's that thing that we just said, and that's the thing you couldn't let have happen on this drive. But they do get a touchdown as how long was that pass, Knock?
42 yards.
Nice throw from Trenton Wash. He had, and I think we'd be remiss if we didn't give the MCC offensive line. Trenton Washington had all day to stand there and throw the football. I mean, he could have baked a cake.
Yeah, I was going to say right now, too, with the fact that Noah Flores has been able to run the football, it's allowed MCC to kind of keep those defensive ends at bay because Oliver Esmelzadeh and the other defensive linemen have to respect Noah Flores' ability to run the ball.
Absolutely. And doing a heck of a job tonight, too, keeping Oliver Esmelzadeh off the quarterback as well. So, no doubt. And also, once again, there you go. There's the graphic I was looking for before. Make sure you cast your vote for the Athlete of the Week, the Legacy Sports Construction Athlete of the Week. bsnaotw@gmail.com. We're going to start giving those away this coming week. You get a $25 gift certificate to Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't know what you can get for $25 anymore. Maybe a pair of gloves, a mouthpiece. I don't know.
Maybe a shirt.
Yeah, maybe a shirt, something to wear underneath.
Yeah. To say, definitely can't buy a box of trading cards.
No, you sure can't. I'll tell you a quick story last night about Luke Hurdy when I wanted to give him the chain. I don't think the young man recognized me. I'll tell you in a second here. It's funny.
McPherson puts boot to leather here midway through the second quarter, and we are going to see Aiden Williams return it. Williams to the far sideline, able to elude defenders, but it'll be brought down as we see penalty flags fly in late, and that's going to be 15 more yards.
Yeah, I put 15 on the end of that. So last night, after the game, I want to give Luke Hurdy his Hall of Change player of the game chain, present it to him and take a picture. So I was calling him. He came over, and I said, Luke, can you put a shirt on? Because he had his shirt all off, right? He said, can you put a shirt on? And he goes, why would I want to do that? And I said, well, that's a good point. I was like, it's 100 degrees at 10 o'clock and no breeze, but I'd like to give you this chain and take a picture. He's like, oh, my gosh, you're brunch. I was like, yes. I was like, he's like, yeah, no problem. Hang on. So yeah, it's funny. When you said shirt, it just made me think of that. He's like, why would I want to do that?
Yeah, why would that's funny.
I wouldn't either.
So after the 15-yard penalty there on MCC, it'll move the ball all the way up to the 43-yard line. And Holy Trinity did get knocked out of bounds at 28. But some nice field position now for Holy Trinity to try and get back into this ball game as they're down 2 possessions. I formation for Mobley. Pitches it out to Jackson. Jackson's got blockers in front. Makes a man miss. It gains a couple there. Gains about 4 yards. Great job there by Briggs Bonenberger making the stop from his safety position.
Well, Jackson's going to be a terrific back, but here's the coachable moment on that play for him. He's got to put his foot in the ground and cut.
Yeah.
He can't ride that to the sidelines. He had an opportunity to cut there. He may have picked up a few more yards, but that's all things this young man's going to learn. He's a terrific back. We've already seen it tonight.
Yeah, he's already had a couple of really nice carries tonight, as we are going to see Chandler Henley in the slot now as quick snap for the Tigers. Nice pass to Hayden Argo, and he makes the catch and picks up a first down and more for the Tigers as they get to about the 37-yard or 35 of MCC.
Yeah, it's coming back now.
Uh-oh.
Illegal man downfield.
How do you have an illegal man downfield on that quick of a pass?
I don't know, man.
So big play for Holy Trinity, wiped out by a penalty. Again, those offensive linemen got to remember, you can't go far from the line of scrimmage on a pass play.
But these are all things that they will carve out of film from a kickoff classic. That's another question I want to ask you. How much do you think both of these teams are actually showing here tonight?
That is an interesting question as we see 6:07 to go here in the second quarter.
It's got to be the water break.
Yeah, I think definitely going to be the water break. But I don't know, because, at the same time, you're talking about a lot of new players for Coach Hurley Brown.
Yeah.
A lot of new offensive players that you want to try and work out the kinks with. Obviously Mobley, we've seen him enough. I don't know if we're going to see the other quarterbacks potentially tonight. And with MCC, obviously, Washington knows the offense, but he also needs the live game reps to really kind of get ready because, one of the things to talk about, MCC's 11 opponents this year, they're, got a winning percentage of .488, but they're facing 9 teams that reach the postseason, and they got Bishop Moore and Pahokee on the schedule.
No doubt. And so, I agree with you. I know coaches are going to tell you we're not showing you anything in these kickoff classics. I take about 75% of that and say, stop lying.
Well, you can show. You're going to show something. You're going to show the base stuff that you have.
Well, in this situation that you talked about, you got to run your system.
Yeah.
You got to. First of all, you're hitting somebody else for the first time in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So you've got to show your system. And you're not going to show it all because you haven't taught it all.
Exactly. Like I said, you need the live reps here for all these guys to be able to kind of get the communication down. and get the system down itself as we get ready for 2nd down and 12 here for Bo Mobley. 6:07 to go in the second quarter, 20-7. MCC currently leads the Tigers as we see a sprint out by Mobley, able to elude defenders. Throws this one, it's caught, and that is by Henley, and he'll get up the 1st down and more. The Vero Beach transfer making a play for the Tigers.
Played 3 games last year for the 7A state runner-up. Man, I wonder what the atmosphere is down there at Vero Beach this year to start the season after the way they lost the state championship last year.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. I've totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, how do you – I don't even – I
mean, because here's the thing with Vero, really quick. Vero is always in the discussion for a state championship.
Yeah.
But they're the team that doesn't necessarily win it.
And Jankowski, he made no excuses. And he we'll see how it goes.
1st down and 10 now for the Holy Trinity Tigers. Ball on the right side hash mark of the 47. Handoff to Mills up the gut, and he's met, and he's quickly wrapped up by multiple defenders. I think that was either Ostrander or Sanger once again. I think that was Sanger that met him in the hole. Check that. That was Marcos Harapabon.
That guy's a hitter. He can hit, man. You ought to see Marcos play lacrosse. Marcos will stand outside the circle in lacrosse. Don't let a defender come, or don't let an offensive player come running through. Marcos is a football player that plays lacrosse. Okay, so understand, or at least he has a football mentality playing lacrosse. So understand, if you play lacrosse and you see Marcos standing in front of the net, run the other way.
2nd down and 8 now for the Tigers. Quick pitch out for Ja'Cory Mills. Mills testing the edges, trying to get there, but is quickly wrapped up as he got multiple hustlers there. As Mills will gain a couple. And he'll get to about the 43-yard line.
He got the guys down there pouring the water bottle. He ran into the kid while he was pouring it, and the water went everywhere. Poor kid. He's like, what's going on? Got it all over him now. Mm-hmm. Could be worse. I mean, it could be 20 degrees out.
Yeah, I mean, you got 20 degrees, snowing, wind chill with about 15 miles per hour. Yeah,
right, exactly.
Don't miss that at all.
No, I got you.
One thing about the Montana high school press boxes, they don't have heaters.
Yeah.
3rd down and 6 for the Tigers. 4:23 to go here before halftime. And we got whistles. And we got a timeout for the Holy Trinity Tigers here as they discuss this 3rd down.
What are you going to do here, Knock? What do you do?
I mean, I like the play that you had a couple moments ago with Hayden Argo, and I think you got to find a way to get him the ball. Now, I am curious about this midfield discussion.
Yeah, Snyder's out in the circle at the 50 here. What does he want to know here? What is he asking? He's pointing to his neck or something. I don't know. I don't know what that means. But he is calmer.
Yeah.
We've seen Schneider, let's just say, in upset fashion at times.
Still remember the St. Thomas Aquinas Cocoa game from a couple years ago.
Well, you and I went down to St. Thomas, and we were actually on the call for that broadcast, audio only. We did. Ended up getting nearly 37,000 listens or views or whatever you want to call it, and we'll finish that story in a minute. Go ahead, Doc.
3rd down and 7 here for the Tigers. Need to get to the 28 for a 1st down. It will be Jackson who turns the corner, and he's going to get the 1st down yardage and more at about the 36-yard line. And again, a great play by the young man, Michael Jackson.
This is what Holy Trinity does, and this just tells you how well coached they are. That's not an easy conversion to make, Knock, with running the ball inside between the tackles like that.
To have the conviction,
counter,
have the conviction to run the ball on 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6.
I agree. And we said, it was funny because that Cocoa St. Thomas game, we said with about 3 minutes to go, Cocoa better be careful here.
Yep. 1st down and 10 now. Jackson to the right of Mobley. Trips here to the near sideline. Quick throw to Reeve. Reeve's got room to run, and he'll be wrapped up there. Good tackle in the open field by Ryan Kling. And that'll bring up 2nd down and about 4. Oh, check that. 2nd down and about 6.
Now, our BSN Uberzati post-game show, which has become synonymous with Friday nights, will start next week. We'll start that next week. After we get into FHSAA Week 1, we will, and the reason we did it is because, again, we don't know what we're seeing in the Kickoff Classic. So we'll go back and look at the Kickoff Classics, and then next week we'll have a better understanding of what we can discuss. Second and 6, Knock.
2nd and 6, under 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Mobley, handoff to Jackson. Jackson tests the left side,
Lord.
makes a man miss, still on his feet, and is brought down at the 20 by Paul Ostrander, and Michael Jackson having himself a first half.
I'll tell you what, he is a viable candidate to get the Hall of Change Player of the Game tonight, and he's not a big young man, Knock. He's not, but he is elusive, he's speedy, and he's strong.
He is, but at the same time, too, the angles that he operates with, his body lean is amazing.
Great vision, knees high, ball tucked, great technique.
2 minutes and 30 seconds to go before halftime. Holy Trinity trying to tack on here to bring this within one possession. MCC 20, Holy Trinity 7. Right now, knocking on the red zone here for the Tigers. They're outside of it, the 21. Mills with the handoff, goes to the right side, got room to run. Reeve blocking for him to the 5, and he's in for a Holy Trinity Tiger touchdown.
That's what Ja'Cory Mills can do for you. That's a 1-2 punch. I didn't know how Hurley Brown was going to use Ja'Cory Mills. And I wrote in the preview, Knock, if you remember reading that, that if they put Ja'Cory Mills in the backfield, they're certainly going to get their money's worth when they put the ball in his hands. What a great run that was by the sophomore.
This drive started back on the Holy Trinity 28 after a penalty, moved it to the 43. Clock was 7 minutes and a second. And right now we're at 2 minutes and 5. So 5 minutes of time possession gone here on this drive as Roan Wright will kick the extra point. It is up and it is good, and it's 20-14. The MCC Hustlers leading the Tigers.
And what a great answer by Holy Trinity to answer Melbourne Central Catholic's drive on that one. You're watching high school football on Brevard Sports Network.
At Coastal Strength and Barbell, we don't do random workouts. We follow a proven system built for results. Everything we do has a purpose, whether you're an athlete, chasing performance, or you just want to get stronger, healthier, and more confident. We focus on what actually matters. Proper movement, full range of motion, and strength that carries over to real life. With our Coastal Conjugate system, we train with intention by identifying weak points and fixing them so you keep progressing. From beginners to competitive athletes, we meet you where you are and push you forward. If you're willing to work, results will speak for themselves. Coastal Strength and Barbell. Results that show and coaching that matters.
And 1.
Welcome back to Catherine A. Ford Field here at Holy Trinity Episcopal High School as we've got a ball game 20-14. MCC leading Holy Trinity after Holy Trinity going on an 8-play drive with about 5 minutes taken off the clock as Roan Wright will squib kick this one, and it'll be quickly jumped on by Tristan Washington, and MCC's offense will start with decent field position at about the 30.
30.
They're at the 30.
Yeah. So I love how Holy Trinity's breathing down MCC's neck on this one. I just do.
But on the flip side of this, Alan, now we talked about a last drive. Holy Trinity's defense got to come up with a big play here. Got to get a sack of some sort if you can.
I call this a shutdown inning, right? You got to get a shutdown inning here. For those of you familiar with baseball, if your team scores runs in the top half of an inning, you want your defense and your pitcher to go out and give up no runs, get 3 outs, get off the field. Yeah. That's what Holy Trinity needs to do here. They need to shut them down right here, go 3 and out, get off the field, get the football back.
2 minutes and 5 seconds left here before halftime. Quick pressure throw to Noah Flores. Flores shakes a defender. He's got some space. Another one, and it's going to be still Flores on his feet as a whiff tackle there. Flores with blockers to the near sideline, 20, 15, and he'll be brought down out of bounds at the 6. And how many missed Holy Trinity tackles by Noah Flores?
You know, on the surface, they'll look at that and say that, but that's Noah Flores, and that's what he makes you do. He makes you miss tackles. That's incredible.
61 yards.
I mean, he's got 120 yards on just 2 carries tonight.
Yeah.
Coming up tomorrow on Brevard Sports Network, we kick off our youth coverage. I see Duran Guilford's on there. What's up, buddy? We kick off our youth coverage tomorrow. I know Duran was a coach for Cocoa Youth Football at one point. I don't know. I don't know if he moved to Merritt Island or switched. I don't know what's going on. We'll find it all out tomorrow. But what a great day tomorrow as we crown the king of the jungle. Is it the Panthers of Space Coast, or will it be the Tigers of Cocoa, that 14U Cocoa team, the cream of the crop the last 3 years, back-to-back Super ACY Super Bowl champs, and coming up Monday night, the first ever ACY Monday Night Football game right here on Brevard Sports Network.
Wow, youth football on Monday night.
Monday Night Youth Football coming up, and I believe it's West Melbourne and Melbourne.
I wonder how they got parents on board for that one. It's a school night.
Well, let me just say this. Watching the comments section and all of this, it's a work in progress. But listen, Billy Palmer and Tony and those guys at the ACY, Coach Tony, they know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Tremendous guys over there. So, clock is rolling right now, 20-14. First down and goal for the Hustlers. Flores now in the slot. He'll move across the formation, takes the jet sweep, turns it upfield, and Flores for his third touchdown tonight. He scores for the Hustlers, and they tack on very quickly, answering Holy Trinity.
Yep, there you go. Ricky Kendall says, "See you tomorrow, Allen." And that one, Holy Trinity was going toe to toe with them, you know. And here's the other thing: when you get to the kickoff classics, right? Guys like Noah Flores will make you feel like it's the fourth quarter to start of the third, because it's August, it's hot, it's humid. Your conditioning comes into play now. Yeah.
And the extra point is good by Caden McPherson, so the Hustlers extend their lead, 27-14. But a minute 20 left. Can the Tigers put something together here before halftime?
We'll see here. Who got the opening kickoff, Knock?
That was Holy Trinity, because they had the interception to open things up.
Yeah, well, they better. So MCC will get the opening kickoff to start the second half, right?
Yeah. 27-14. Yeah, with Holy Trinity, what you don't want here, obviously MCC's not going to score at the end of the half, but anyway, with MCC's last drive, you don't want MCC going and opening this up 2-for-1.
Right.
And really breaking this thing open because, like you said, I mean, Holy Trinity's played some pretty good football, some mistakes here and there, and, again, Noah Flores. That's really
well. We got a comment that says Holy Trinity needs to put a defense on the field. Let me tell you something. Noah Flores is a different kind of being out there, and I get it. I understand if you're a Holy Trinity fan, if there's a frustration, or if you're a fan of high school football, you're like, how come they can't stop him? Nobody could stop him. Nobody stopped. He was our most valuable player in Brevard County last year, and there's a good shot he's probably going to be. At least he starts the year off as the leading candidate for the player of the year. I'm going to say this. I think I might make a bold prediction here because obviously, again, he's committed to Harvard. Right.
But the Offensive Player of the Year in the FCS is the Walter Payton Award winner.
Right.
Noah Flores wouldn't shock me at Harvard if he was to win that award in a couple of years.
I agree. I completely agree.
Minute 20 to go here. McPherson will kick this thing off, and it'll be returnable. As this one's lost.
No, you can't do that.
As Aiden Williams regains it, and he needs to get to the sideline, pick up some yardage, make some man miss. Now he's going the wrong direction, and I don't know if he's going to be called for a safety. I don't think so, but he's at the 1. Couple of big mistakes there by the return man.
Yeah, let's see. Where are they going to mark this thing?
I think they're going to mark him at the 1.
Yeah, they sure are. And
oh, no, they're going to give him the 2.
All right.
That's generous.
Yeah, that's very generous. So here you go. If you're Hurley Brown, Michael Jackson, straight up the gut right here.
Yeah, Ja'Cory Mills or Jackson.
Yeah, one of those two guys. I don't think you take any chances here.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the key. 1 minute and 5 seconds. Wish we kind of knew the timeout situation here. I don't know how many timeouts MCC's got here if they would want to try and tack on more. But obviously Holy Trinity in a big hole.
Everybody's asking what the Coco score is. I have no idea.
Yeah, I was going to say I haven't seen one.
I have no idea. So.
First down from the 2-yard line. Handoff to Jackson. He'll gain a couple as he gets across the 5 to about the 6, so a little breathing room.
I know during the course of the regular season we have a guy dedicated while we're broadcasting to putting scores on there, but we didn't do it for the kickoff classics tonight. And I'll have a complete recap up by probably 3, 4 o'clock in the morning on all this.
When do you sleep?
I don't. And they're taking their good old time, as they should, with 30 seconds to go here. Melbourne 28, Coco 3
really?
Is what Ricky Kendall said. Yeah.
Okay. 23 seconds to go here. Simple handoff to Jackson. Jackson testing that far sideline. Great job by the Hustler defense. Again, leading the way there was
if that's true.
Ty Ghosh.
If that's true, I know it is Melbourne 35.
No way.
Coco 3, so that's from Rob Query.
Yeah.
And so that
35 to 3.
So yeah, here's the thing. There's this thing that happens on Twitter called Spaces as we go to that. That's going to be an interesting conversation tonight. So here we go to halftime with the score. The the Melbourne Central Catholic Hustlers, behind the legs and feet of Noah Flores, lead this thing 27-14. Back with the third quarter in about 10 minutes here on Brevard Sports Network. one. All right, welcome back here to Catherine A. Ford Field at Kelly Stadium. And, Knock, the halftime show was really cool because we say Catherine A. Ford Field, but we got to hear from Catherine A. Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was she was talking. Tonight they brought back the first ever football team here at Holy Trinity, and Catherine A. Ford was the first headmaster here at HT, and she delivered a speech at halftime, and that was absolutely awesome to hear her as we get set for the third quarter. And Knock, we were talking about the stunner that is Cocoa and Melbourne, but here, listen, I don't know if Holy Trinity is going to keep MCC out of the end zone to start the third quarter, but if they want a shot to get back in this football game, they better.
Yeah, I was going to say you got to find a way to gang tackle Noah Flores. You can't do it with one guy. Noah Flores has shown that. I mean, you go back to that 61-yard reception that he had to end the half. There was one guy on him, and he was still able to shake him, along with a few others as he went down the field. But, yeah, no, Holy Trinity's got to gang tackle Noah Flores, and they've got to figure out a way to stop him, get some stops on this MCC offense. I'll recap for you after we get done with Roan Wright's kickoff here, as Noah Flores is back deep to return this. Roan Wright will pooch this one, and it'll be fair caught there by Colton Brown, and MCC will take over with good field position about the 34. So, quick recap. 3 touchdowns by Noah Flores, a 15-yarder, a 1-yarder, and then a 9-yard touchdown run. And then we had a 42-yard touchdown pass to break things up by Washington to Bonneberger. A absolutely beautiful spiral from Washington. And that is your first half scoring for the Hustlers. 2-yard and 21-yard touchdown runs by Ja'Cory Mills. That is your scoring for the Holy Trinity Tigers. Again, Noah Flores, I'd love to see the final stats, but 54-yard run and a 61-yard reception and back in that first half. Yeah. First down and 10, fake pitch, and quick throw to Bonneberger in the screen. Bonneberger to the sideline, now turns it upfield once again. First down and more as he'll get brought down at about midfield. And again, great play there, great play design for MCC on first down.
Talking about Noah Flores, I know we sound like a broken record, but Ryan Schneider said something very interesting to me on a phone call earlier this week. He said, I've coached 2 Mr. Floridas.
Yeah.
Florida Dairy Farmer Players of the Year in both Hart and Boggs. And he said Noah Flores could easily be the 3rd Florida Dairy Farmers Player of the Year.
Veras gets the catch, and he'll go down the sideline. 30, still on his feet at the 20, brought down inside the Cape Coast Conference Volleyball red zone at the 18-yard line, and MCC's offense still humming.
Yes, it is, and Cayman Veras doing Cayman Veras things, and what I mean by that is you find him in space. He's got 4 mid-5 speed. He's fast nonetheless for his age, and he's gonna outrun you.
First down and 10 inside the Cape Coast Conference Volleyball red zone. Flores with the pitch out, got the sideline 10-5, and touchdown, the 4th one of the night for Noah Flores, all 4 on the ground.
That didn't take long.
No, it did not. I was about to say maybe about 1 minute and 7 seconds.
Yep. And just like that, it's 33-14 pending the extra point, and Roan Wright tonight has been pretty good with the whole total leather thing.
Well, for Holy Trinity, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Caden McPherson.
Caden McPherson, week 1. That's my safety word, week 1. Safety phrase, week 1.
Snap. Snap coming, low snap. Hold is good, and the kick is to the right. No good there. Second extra point missed tonight.
Nick, I kept saying it last night, right? I was like, it's week 1. Nick Donnie said that should be a drinking game. Obviously we're talking about shots of milk, but week 1.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, week 1.
Week 1. Minute 7, 3 plays, and a 18-yard Noah Flores touchdown run. MCC extends their lead, and Holy Trinity's offense now with a chance to respond. And what will we see at quarterback? I think we're going to see potentially a new quarterback here, Alan.
We
Maybe.
could. Yeah, they had 4 of them battling out in camp, an 8th grader, 2 9th graders, and a sophomore who I believe we saw to start tonight.
Yeah, Bo Mobley.
Bo Mobley. And I'm going to tell you, I like the way Mobley commanded the offense. Now, you got 2 studs behind you or next to you, sidecar in both Jackson and Mills, but he did a good job tonight.
Yeah. No, I liked what I see. Again, and I think for Holy Trinity, I think they're in this ball game. But again, the tough part is just how you. It's very difficult to stop.
It's
Noah
definitely
Forrest.
getting away from them.
Yeah. 10:53 to go here. MCC with 3 plays in a minute 7, and they're kicking this one off. Boot to leather. McPherson sends this one deep, and it'll be returnable. Henley will return it. Comes to the near sideline of the 20, looking for a direction, can't find it. He'll be wrapped up by 3 hustlers. He'll give the Holy Trinity offense a start at the 23.
What happened to Titusville? Since Titusville ain't playing, they were scheduled. I know they had some bad storms up there today, but Titusville was scheduled to play.
Cardinal Gibbons, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Matt DeBuck's team, Matt Diesel, battle of the match, Matt DeBuck and Matt Diesel. I like Coach DeBuck down at Cardinal Gibbons, great guy. But Diesel's my guy. We're going up to see him next week. Me and you are going to be doing Titusville and Oviedo.
Should be a good game. Oviedo good last year. Oviedo going to be in the district with Melbourne and Vieira too. Give us a good chance to see them.
All right. Well, so the last score we got was, because people were just asking, it was 35-3 Melbourne, right?
Yeah,
over
that was
Cocoa.
the last score I saw at halftime.
Yeah. And then the score I saw put up was O'Galley was up on Jensen Beach, 6-0.
Kind of curious on that one too with O'Galley. There's a lot of expectation there.
Man, when we went and did. When we went and did their practice, Mark Moses and I broadcast live from their practice. I mean, everywhere you looked was a 4-star. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got the best linebacker in the country in 2028, game player there.
No, absolutely. 1st down and 10 now for the Holy Trinity Tigers offense. We will see Bo Mobley back out there as a starting quarterback. Mills and Jackson, the backs in the backfield with him. Mobley will hand off to Michael Jackson, and he'll change direction, looking for a block.
Did you see that?
And Jackson's still on his feet, but a great job there. That looked like...
The fact that he picked up anything is amazing to me, because they had him dead to rights in the backfield.
Yeah, Marcos...
Marcos again. He's going to hit you.
Yeah.
Who's our quarterback, Knock?
It's Bo Mobley still.
Okay.
So it looks like... For right now, at least they have found their quarterback. They're going to ride with Mobley.
Okay.
So Chandler Henley looks like he might get ready to come in. Nope. Check that. Again, 2 receivers to the far side. 2 backs in the backfield. Mobley facing pressure, steps up, showing that athleticism, got room to run, and he'll go out of bounds at about the 33.
That was a great read by Mobley, because what you saw coming off the edge over there was number 88 was Caden McPherson, the defensive end. And then coming up was Ty Getch. And they ran a stunt to get to the quarterback. And Mobley picked it up immediately, ran around the stunt, and was able to get the 1st down. Or is that 1st down?
Yeah, no, it's got 3rd down on there right now, but it should be 1st down.
And was able to get the 1st down. That's a heck of a play by a young quarterback.
Yeah, no, Bo Mobley's shown with his legs he can make a play. Picked up a 1st down back in the 1st half that led to a scoring drive, and so we'll see if Mobley can engineer another one here. 1st down and 10 from the Tigers' 33-yard line. 9:49 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
He's got both Mills and Jackson in there. That's a new look.
Gives the clap, Jackson. No, he's going to pitch it out to Ja'Cory Mills. Mills turns it upfield, and he'll gain a couple of yards as he gets to about the 36. Gain of 3 there on the pitch.
Coming up tomorrow, it's youth football all day on Brevard Sports Network. It's the Space Coast Panthers travel to Stradley Park to take on the Cocoa Tigers.
Well, and let me ask you this, because obviously still early on with the season. We got previews, I know, still to go, and we got the all these things to get ready for week 1 where the records really start to count here at the FHSAA. But What type of year do you think Brevard County is going to have? I mean, obviously we got perennial powers. O'Galley looks top dog, but type of year? We looking at a title contender with a couple teams?
You better be, with the way all these kids move from one school to another. You absolutely listen. I'll give you my thoughts on that in just a second. But
second down and 6, quick throw out to Aaron Raines, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage.
So I think MCC has a legitimate chance now with Chaminade Madonna in 2A. To make a 1A Final Four. We'll find out. There's still a lot of work to be done here at MCC. In 2A, let's jump to 3A. You got 2 state championship contenders in 3A as far as I'm concerned. You got Merritt Island and you got O'Galley.
Yeah.
Both of those teams. Cocoa is, if the score, from what I'm seeing tonight, from what Melbourne is doing to Cocoa, oh, he read it perfectly, but he hauls it in, Knock.
Yeah, Chandler Henley, the transfer from Vero Beach, makes a big play. And once again, Bo Mobley making a play with his arm.
Yeah. So if what I'm seeing tonight, I didn't – Cocoa had 6 guys come down from the Northeast, one being the quarterback. He's a 4-star, granted. Gabe Coy Kaplan, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, it's one game. It's a kickoff classic, but I've never seen Cocoa get manhandled like that to start a season. And next week they got to go play Merritt Island.
Not by a Brevard County team.
No, yeah, that's for sure. And, next week they got to go play Merritt Island, who's just licking their chops.
First down and 10, handoff to Jackson. MCC snuffs it out. Allstrander, Sanger, and a whole bunch of hustlers leading the charge there.
So I couldn't put Cocoa in as a state championship contender in 2A based on if that score is accurate. I could do it for O'Galley tonight. They're playing a team in Jensen Beach. It was 8-3 last year. We'll see how Merritt Island's doing. They're playing a 5-5 team, Cypress Creek from last season. So we'll see how. To me, the best quarterback in the county this year resides at Merritt Island and Kevin Verpale.
Yeah.
A very close second is Joseph Allen. We'll see how he comes back from the knee injury. But you look at Merritt Island and you look at O'Galley, and you want to put the best players in the county. That those 2 schools hold a lot of those guys.
That's fair. Second down and 12 now. Mobley drops back, now steps into the pocket, eludes defenders. Plenty of room to run. Makes a man miss. Still on his feet, going to the sideline. Still has it, and he'll be knocked out of bounds inside the 25. And he'll be knocked out at the 25-yard line. Big run from the sophomore quarterback.
I'm going to tell you what. That's all Bo Mobley right there. And even when he got out to the 35-yard line of MCC, the cutback to pick up the additional 15 yards was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, Bo Mobley showing his athleticism, showing that ability to be able to pick up big gains with his legs as well as his arm.
Yep.
I'd love to see something maybe to Nathan Reeve here or Hayden Argo. We've called him only a few times tonight.
If they get in the end zone on this drive, I'd get him out.
You think so?
I would. I'd take him out. This is a kickoff classic, and
I know MCC and Holy Trinity at one time they were district rivals. They had a rivalry going. Does that rivalry play at all tonight?
No, I don't think so. Do you?
Nah, probably not.
I don't feel it. Do you?
No, as Michael Jackson gets the carry, makes a man miss, turns it upfield. Again, Michael Jackson, Houdini, turning nothing into something as he picks up a solid 5 yards on the carry. Man, he's going to be fun to watch.
With Schneider at MCC now, will they be again? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think with Schneider, just anything's possible with them in terms of just what they can do in the postseason. Obviously, we got to see how this team builds as we get to 6:55.
You're looking at 2 teams right now, Knock, that don't judge them by what you see tonight. Come back to me in mid-September.
Exactly. 6:46 to go here in the third quarter, 33-14. The Hustlers lead the Tigers. Tigers are driving, though, as Aiden Williams makes the catch and is knocked out of bounds. Are we going to see a flag? Doesn't look like it as Caden McPherson makes the tackle.
I forgot to take the red zone tag down, so I guess I'll just leave it up.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're in there now.
Yeah, right. Cape Coast Volleyball red zone. Speaking of volleyball coverage picks up this week as we'll be an astronaut on Tuesday for a huge match between the War Eagles, who were a 20-win team last year, and that's right, you guessed it, Merritt Island. Merritt Island's going to win. You know what? And here's the other thing you got to consider this year, too, when you're talking about state championships, and I'll get to it after this.
You will see third down and about 5. Ball needs to get to the 16-yard line for a first down. Handoff to Jackson. Jackson is going to be snuffed out as it'll be Ty Goach leading the charge.
This new open division is going to have something to say. Can O'Galley or Merritt Island be a top 8 team in the state this year? Does Brevard County have a top 8 team in the state? If any team is going to make the open division this year, it's going to be one of those two.
Think so, huh?
If there is to be one.
Yeah.
If there is to be a top 8 team, it's either going to be O'Galley or Merritt Island.
And now in volleyball,
it's going to be Merritt Island. Merritt Island's going to be a top 8 team, and they're going to play in the Open Division State Championship this year. That's my prediction. And I predict they win it all.
They're that good this year, huh?
Listen, man, they got 3 junior players. One's committed to Georgia. One just committed to Akron the other day. Yeah, I wouldn't want to jump up against them.
No, I wouldn't either.
And you're going to see them Tuesday night against a very, very, very good astronaut team led by Diego Perez.
I was about to say, is who are going to be the teams that could give, at least in this county, give Merritt Island a challenge?
Well, I think Satellite in Melbourne this year, Satellite could give them a challenge. Satellite picked up some good transfers this year. Listen, they've won 20 straight district championships.
Yeah.
I don't see that being placed in jeopardy this year.
First down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball sits on the 10-yard line. Handoff to Jackson. Jackson turns it upfield, lowers the shoulders, and he'll be brought down at about the 5. As, again, inside the Cape Coast Conference volleyball red zone. The Tigers threatening here as they trail 33-14 with 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
As far as our broadcast schedule goes this year, the teams you'll see the bulk majority of. We got all of Vieira's home games this year. We got 6 Melbourne games this year. Which
volleyball?
No, football.
Football.
Well, we got 6 Merritt Island six Merritt Island volleyball, 6 Melbourne volleyball. But as far as football goes, you'll see Melbourne. You're going to see Vieira.
Jackson gets the handoff, bounces it outside, and he's brought down quickly. And that was a great open field tackle there by Will Warren, sophomore linebacker for that defense.
We got 3 MCC games this year, starting next week. And we're going to be filling in with Merritt Island, Titusville, O'Galley, and Space Coast as well. We got a couple Space Coast games. We got the Cocoa at Space Coast game. And I'll tell you what, looking at Melbourne beating them 35-3, that comes a little bit more intriguing.
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. Right now, 5 minutes to play here in this third quarter. The Holy Trinity Tigers looking at their 13th play of this drive. Again, they've got 4 first downs on this drive. Done a nice job just methodically moving the football down the field. Again, big play to Chandler Hindley that gave the Tigers some extended life, and then a big play by Bo Mobley's legs as we see a water break here with 4:50 to go here in the third quarter. Alan Slaughter-Zinski, I'm Anthony Hochreiner here as we got the Kickoff Classic here on Brevard Sports Network.
I think tomorrow, I know Butler retired, so I don't know if they're running the cross-country race tomorrow at Wickham Park, which is usually the Wickham Jamboree.
Right.
So I don't know if that's happening tomorrow. It's definitely gonna be an interesting year in high school football. Everybody's like, why don't you do rankings? Well, we do. We just don't do them until after week 5, because if you think, trust me when I tell you, the team today that you see isn't the same team in the middle of September, okay? No. So why are we going to put together a rankings? If you're going to push me off a cliff, if I can give you my top 3, I said last night before the season started, O'Galley, Merritt Island, and I put Cocoa third out of respect for the program. But obviously now you got to take a look and say, is it Melbourne?
Yeah.
Who becomes that third best team? But let's see where Cocoa is in week 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Let's just see. Melbourne's got a lot of returning players this year. That's a good football team.
4:39 to go here in the third quarter. Third down, Ja'Cory Mills gets the handoff, still on his feet, but tackled quickly. And that looks like Sanger once again leading the charge.
We got a cramp as who's got the cramp? That's probably Flores. If I had to guess on a cramp, it's probably Flores because all the running he's been doing. Ronald Lake says, Coco under a whole new system. He said he's not shocked at all. Well, I mean, listen, Coco, I think anytime you go into, I don't know how new the system is. I don't have the access to Coco that I've had for the last 10 years there. So I don't know anything about that program in terms of what they're running, how they're running it. I do know that when you get 6 guys from the great Northeast that have come down to play football, one of them being a 4-star quarterback, listen, it's a whole different ball game down here in the state of Florida when you line up under center. The speed's different. The weather's different. It's all different. And I'm sure that young man tonight started off, and Melbourne came at him with everything they had. Jeff Panucci, one of the best defensive minds in Brevard County. You give Jeff Panucci some players, and he's got them, and players like Silas and so forth and so on. He'll come get you.
Yeah.
And he'll make things difficult.
I'm just curious in the ways that Melbourne scored because, again, I think the question also has to be how much has Coco or Melbourne going to show tonight? That's another important question.
Javen Boggs, you can read his comment. I mean, 35-3 is the score that we last saw. But
like I said, well, I'll be curious to see what the final becomes tonight. As unfortunately,
and listen,
players.
That district that Coco's in. That
based on them and somebody else, right?
It's just them in the First Academy, and if they're getting beat 35-3 by Melbourne, it's going to be tough sledding getting past the First Academy.
Very much so. As again, that's going to be the talk tonight. If what we've seen so far, that score, that is going to be the talk of Friday Night Lights.
Oh, I know it's going to be on our phones going home. Here we go, Doc.
4th down and goal. Holy Trinity can still get a first down. Snap, Mobley going to take it himself, and hard hit, but Mobley extends. We'll see.
You know what I love about this kid? He just got absolutely blown up.
Yeah, he
did. But guess who was the first one off the ground?
Bo Mobley.
Bo Mobley. My dad used to tell me, boy, I don't care how hard he hits you. And I was 6'4", 180, so I was a twig at quarterback, right? I mean, guys used to bend me in half, right?
Yeah.
My father would say, boy, don't lay there on the ground like some little crybaby. If I see you on the ground longer than 4 seconds, you're walking home. That's what my dad used to tell me. My dad. My coach would be like, you all right? You all right? You all right? My dad, you're walking home. Don't ever let them show that they hurt you, unless it's truly. Unless my dad said, unless you're hurt, boy. And
unless that leg's actually broken.
I know you ain't hurt. That's what he said.
So you're telling me that were we talking like Al Bundy? 4 touchdown that one game.
Who? My dad or me?
No.
Talking about me?
No. Oh, Lord. 4:11 to go here.
I got no 4 touchdown game in me. I did throw 4 touchdown passes in one game once, but the only touchdown I ever scored with my feet was called back because we had an illegal procedure penalty. It was against me. I snapped the ball. I didn't wait for everybody to get set before I bumped my center.
So Holy Trinity did not get the conversion as Noah Flores will reach out and get across the 5 at about the 7. So a promising drive. That was about 13 plays. Comes away with no points tonight.
That was a happy moment in my life, too. Senior year, about the 8th game of the year. Ball on the one. Coach, man. Coach, can I? Yeah, man, take it. You earned it. Get up under center. Bump his butt, with the hands the way you do on a silent count. I didn't wait for everybody to get set. No touchdown.
2nd down and 6 here as we've got Cayman Varys on the jet sweep. Gets to the far sideline. Cayman Varys still on his feet. The Holy Trinity Tigers are going to have to work on some of that gang tackling. As an extra 10 to 15 yards by Cayman Veras. And MCC gets out of the shadow of their own end zone with a big play.
I'll tell you the one thing I am impressed with tonight from Melbourne Central Catholic is their discipline. They weren't a very disciplined football team last year. They picked up a lot of penalties. In fact, I did like 4 or 5 Holy Trinity or Melbourne Central Catholic games last year in which they had well over 100 yards in penalties. Not the case here tonight.
No, absolutely. And really, honestly, a clean game from both teams tonight. A couple encroachment penalties. We've had a couple 15-yarders. We had a pass interference penalty back in the first quarter. But other than that, a pretty clean game here as we look at 1st down and 10 after the big Cayman Veras jet sweep run. 2:52 to go here in the third quarter. Washington drops back. Plenty of time. Nice spiral, and that one's almost picked off by Aaron Raines. I wonder if he could have had that maybe with 2. Brady Bonenberger was the intended receiver.
So we've got another former Cocoa great weighing in. That's former quarterback Davin Widener. He says, whoa.
Hey, listen, I am very, very curious to see the details. I want to see the box score on that.
It's 41-3 now.
Is it really?
Yeah, it really is.
2:43 to go here in the third quarter.
According to Tigers fan Rob Query, it is.
.243 to play here in the third. Washington an empty set. 3 receivers on the near side. Colton Brown, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. Noah Flores in the slot. Little dump out to Flores, and he's going to elude one tackler. Makes a man miss with a great juke move. Another one. Flores down the sideline. Will he be caught? And he'll be brought down inside the 20 by Nathan Reeve and Aaron Raines and Noah Flores once again with a big play.
That's just next level. I mean, I've just simply run out of adjectives to describe the way this young man plays. But this will be, if they put this ball in the end zone here with 2:25 to go, this will be the nail in the coffin on this one.
I was going to say, I got a feeling that at least after this drive, we're not seeing Noah Flores.
What's the Rockledge score? Joseph Love is asking. That was
pull that one. It was 14-6, I believe, last I checked. But
it's on YouTube.
Let me pull that up real fast. 21-6, Heritage leading the Rockledge Raiders in the third quarter.
21-6.
You know, we haven't talked about Heritage yet. I'm curious to see what the Panthers and Coach Michael Benson got in store this year.
Yeah, running clock. I still can't get over that to start the season.
Really? Wow.
Well, it's 41-3.
Yeah, no, it's a running clock.
Yeah, that's going to be.
When was the last time a Brevard County team running clocked Cocoa?
Yeah, I got no clue.
That's a history book trivia question.
I'm going to tell you right now, I wasn't living in Brevard County.
I was about to say, I think I might have been 8-9 years old.
I've seen Cocoa get running clock. They got running clock by Cardinal Gibbons in a Final Four game one night back during the COVID. But I've never seen a Brevard County team. I've only seen them get beat by a Brevard County team 3 times.
Washington looking to throw, looking in the middle of the field, and this one's back shoulder intended for Bonenberger. Good coverage there by Holy Trinity, and it'll bring up a second down here for MCC's offense.
I want to say hello to Dylan Rita. Dylan, you see the Uberzati scoreboard there? Just want to point that out there, Dylan.
No, it's going to be a fun year. I'm excited for high school football this year. Got a lot of exciting
Yeah, we're going to have fun, man. We're going to have some fun.
2:10 to go here in the third quarter here at Catherine A. Ford Field as the Holy Trinity Tigers trail the Hustlers 33-10. Right now, MCC trying to put that nail in the coffin, as Alan said. Offensive line's held up really well tonight. I mean,
I got news for you. We haven't talked enough about them, but that's a big group up front, Knock, and they have played well tonight.
Washington looking to throw plenty of time, and he's going to be sacked. And it's Oliver Esmelzadeh, as I was getting ready to say. We haven't said his name too much tonight, but there he is.
There he is right there, and that's a good way to end this one. And I want to talk about Holy Trinity for a minute here because as we wind down in the third quarter, I'm impressed with what I've seen Hurley Brown and his staff do with young Bo Mobley, Michael Jackson. You know, listen, Holy Trinity is going to win some football games this year,
Yeah,
Knock.
they are. We'll see third down at about 15. Ball needs to get to about the 8-yard line, and it looks like Coach Ryan Schneider wants to take a timeout to discuss things here as we've got 1:28 to go here in the third quarter. And you're right, Alan. Like I said, I don't look at this score right now and say, okay,
right.
yeah, I'm worried about Holy Trinity.
No,
they
not
need
at
to
all.
figure some things out. I think they've done that.
Right.
And I think, and listen here, too. There are not a ton of them. And I know we've talked about them at an nauseum, but there's not a ton of guys like
I was going to say,
Noah Flores on every roster.
They're not going up against Noah Flores every Friday night either. No. So, I mean, he's just a game changer. Noah's a game changer. And, again, for Ryan Schneider to say something like, I've coached 2 Florida Dairy Farmer Players of the Year. And Ryan doesn't throw compliments out there like that easy. He doesn't. And he just simply said, Noah's as good as Javen or Brady in turn, and I've watched Noah.
Yeah,
and I agree. I absolutely agree with Noah's ability.
Speaking of Noah Flores, side car to the right of Washington. 3rd down and 15. Ball needs to get to the 8. Varys and Brown, receivers at the bottom of your screen. Low snap. Washington going to step up into the pocket, trying to elude pressure. He does. And he'll be brought down by Ja'Cory Mills along with, that was Ben Silsby.
My biggest thing right now in seeing Trenton Washington get hit is I wonder if we're going to get to see Sebastian Troyan in the 4th quarter. Sebastian last year, listen, MCC played a schedule last year, knocked it was brutally sick.
Yeah.
I mean, they played a schedule that 92 wins, the combined record of their play. That's all sides. I mean, it was ridiculous, man.
That's the 3rd time Holy Trinity's had an encroachment penalty tonight. I got a feeling I know what the defensive line will be working on next week here in practice.
Yep.
So it'll bring up, instead of 4th down and about 8, bring up 4th down and 3. Ball now moved to about the 11-yard line. Trips to the far side. Washington an empty set.
JW says he loves the Holy Trinity field. This is the same athletic turf, at least when they put it down, that the New England Patriots used for their new turf. And it's the same turf that's used in the new Georgia Dome.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they sparing expense.
Field looks great.
Yeah.
Again, wanted to look at that offensive line for MCC. You know, Mannix McCardell, Gabriel Coco, C.J. Shackelford. Shackelford out at, looks like left tackle this evening. But they've done a really nice job. And, again, too, you know, Trent Washington tonight as well really has thrown the football really, really well. Love the spirals that he's thrown tonight. Good placement.
He's taking care of it.
Yeah.
And you know what? As a young quarterback, other than the first pass that Mobley flew through of the night, which, you know, was not a good one, the first thing you teach a young quarterback is to protect the football.
Yeah.
Take care of the football.
So we will see 4th down and 3 here. Noah Flores, the receiver on the inside slot. Trent Washington. We got more whistles.
MC's quarterback is a sophomore.
Coach Hurley Brown not happy.
Coach Brown, you know, we were talking about that staff for Coach Brown. Let me see if I got it. I know I got it in my media guide here.
39 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter, 33-14. Noah Flores with 4 touchdowns this evening, all on the ground. Trent Washington to Brady Bonenberger, the only passing touchdown this evening for the Hustlers. But 4th down and 3 now as the offense comes back out after the timeout. Big stop here for the Tigers. Can they make it? Right now an empty set. Looks like Holy Trinity going with a press man look right now.
Yeah, because he's all alone back there, that's for sure.
Yeah, no safety help over the top for Holy Trinity's defense. So right now it looks like man-on-man pressure coming from Holy Trinity. Washington throws inside, and it's caught.
Beautiful.
Brady Bonenberger with another touchdown catch for the Hustlers, and they extend their lead.
Absolutely beautiful. Just Washington with patience delivered a perfect strike in stride to Bonenberger, and that, my friends, turn out the lights. The party's over. Even that's too old for you. That's
No, I know that.
Oh, do you?
I was about to say, I've heard you sing that many times before. I know it.
Okay. So that's that moment there.
I was going to say, that's when they used to wear yellow jackets for
man. The
ABC
old
Monday Night
days.
Football. When the Monday Night Football used to be on ABC.
God bless YouTube.
Kick is up, and
Did
this
he get
one,
that through?
He did not. It was left. And so kicking game is going to need some work. There's a couple of extra points tonight. 3 of them missed. It'll be 39-14. Hustlers with the lead.
I want to
over
go back.
Trinity.
I want to go back to that touchdown pass because that was a perfect strike, man. Trent Washington throws it right across the middle, and now I suspect that we will see some different quarterbacks. At least
so.
I would.
Yeah, I would. I mean, at this point, I don't think we need to see Noah Flores the rest of the evening. I think he's done an amazing job.
I definitely would sit Noah Flores down.
Yeah, Noah Flores and.
As much as I'd like to have Noah Flores for the viewers watching, if I'm a coach, I'm up by 25 points. I don't need Noah Flores right now.
No, this would be a great opportunity for some young players here, especially in the fourth quarter. I mean, and that used to be the case with the Kickoff Classic. A lot of times you gave your varsity guys 3 quarters. You let some of your younger guys play in the fourth because, again, this game doesn't count for anything.
I think the kicker for this team is not playing tonight, Beckett Pinnock. So I think that's the issue for the MCC kicking game tonight. Beckett Pinnock is, at least I was told, was going to be the team's kicker this year. He is a soccer player. He's also a defensive end, too. Go figure.
As we'll see Hindley grab that one. Turns it upfield and brought down. Helmet came off. And so ball will be spotted at about the 20, I want to say the 24. They're going to call it 25-yard line.
Yeah, we got some pretty good matchups this year.
Yeah, we do. Holy Trinity so far tonight, you go back to their previous drive. They went from the 23-yard line on their own 23. They went all the way to the 6 and fell short, but 13 plays. Clipped a lot of time on that clock. Holy Trinity's, they've sustained drives, 8 plays, 7 plays. They've done some nice things on offense. They just haven't been able to put the points on the board.
Well, we were talking about this coaching staff, and I found the section in my notes on the staff, so I'll talk about that here after this play here. Is that Mobley?
Looks like Mobley.
Okay. It's offsides.
As we get offsides on MCC's defense.
Yep. So it's Hurley Brown, the offensive coordinator's Chris Garrett, okay? Neefe Moffitt's the defensive coordinator. Marcus May, of course, he's going to coach the defensive backs. You got Travis Thurman as quarterbacks. Darrell Spencer at wide receivers. Darrell Spencer's a 3-time national champion at the University of Miami. So Benji Moss, the running backs. Dale Crosley, Dave Betton, defensive line. They'll get it together. As nice play there.
Yep, I was going to say that would be Isaiah Crockett in on the stop there, as we do got an injured Tiger down on the field at the moment.
Let's say hello to my
got
dude.
Got a personal foul as well. Personal foul on the Hustlers.
Yeah, Moffitt, of course, was a Palm Bay standout, played at Florida State. Travis Thurman, a former Bowls quarterback who played at Air Force. Darrell Spencer's from Merritt Island, 3 national championships at Miami. Spent some time with the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, do I need to tell you about Marcus May? I mean, we know what he has done. And don't be surprised that once the NFL season starts, if Marcus has kept himself in shape, and I'm sure he has, that he'll be getting a call. He did last year.
Yeah.
I want to say hello to Bill Cromartie watching. Hello, Bill. I want to say hello to Kiki Pachin, Jeannie Veras, Ronald Lakes, watching here tonight on Brevard Sports Network. Cannot thank you all enough. Kiki, of course,
Bo Mobley was the injured Tiger.
Yeah, he's up. Yeah, see, we were just talking about that. Get him out, man.
After the penalty, the ball will be spotted at the 36-yard line of Holy Trinity.
Yeah, I would not put that young man back in there tonight.
Curious now, where does this offense go for its quarterback? Is again, you got.
Well, we're going to find out who finished second in the battle.
Yeah. And it looks like that would be Kalen McGuigan?
Let me see it. What's his number?
16.
Kalen McGuigan.
McGuigan throws it quickly. Aiden Williams, the receiver, and he'll be brought down, and that'll be a loss.
That's a huge loss. That's a great play there. And again, another tackle for loss by Isaiah Crockett. That's the second one on this series out, Knock.
Yeah, I know. Right now, I mean, MCC's defense, again.
We'll say hello to Big Mike Moffitt watching.
And that will do it for the third quarter. That'll end at 39-14. The Hustlers in firm control here at Catholic A. Ford Field.
At Coastal Strength and Barbell, we don't do random workouts. We follow a proven system built for results. Everything we do has a purpose, whether you're an athlete, chasing performance, or you just want to get stronger, healthier, and more confident. We focus on what actually matters. Proper movement, full range of motion, and strength that carries over to real life. With our Coastal Conjugate system, we train with intention by identifying weak points and fixing them so you keep progressing. From beginners to competitive athletes, we meet you where you are and push you forward. If you're willing to work, results will speak for themselves. Coastal Strength and Barbell. Results that show and coaching that matters.
I want to thank Coastal Strength and Barbell for their sponsorship. And, of course, you are, as my man Brent Musburger used to say, you are looking live at Catherine A. Ford Field here at Kelly Stadium. And here to take you through the final quarter of the Kickoff Classic. To me, he's a living legend in Brevard County. Anthony
You're too kind, sir.
Knockreiner.
You're too
Anthony,
kind.
no, say hello to John Flores real quick watching here. So take it away, Knock.
Got a score update. 14-7 Mustangs up over Cypress Bay.
Yeah, I'm not impressed by that. I thought that would be a little bigger. But, again, what are they showing?
McGuigan throws it, looking for Williams. He's got it. Williams makes the catch inside the 30 at about the 30. Well, they're going to call it the 25-yard line. Great job by Aiden Williams, and what a pass from McGuigan.
Well, I don't know what year he is. What is he, a ninth grader, a freshman?
We didn't get years for either one of these.
Yeah, we didn't get years. They didn't give us years. But I tell you what, that's as purty as a ball. That's what my grandmother used to say. That's purty. That's as purty as a ball as you can throw right there. That was a dime.
Yeah, McGuigan with a nice arm on that one. 11:33 to go here. Holy Trinity with a big play. Throw a little juice into their offense.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a great ball.
Yeah.
McGuigan all alone, empty set for him, 5 wide receivers. Quick throw, that one just a little too far out in front. Or that one is the legendary, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
Who?
Oh, Major League. Just a bit outside.
Oh, Bob Uecker.
I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah, I can't. That's a strike. So you go from legendary status to just underneath. You can't forget Bob Uecker.
I can't forget it. I'm a Brewers fan.
You'll earn it back, but, right, you're a Brewers fan.
11 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Kalen McGuigan in at quarterback right now for Holy Trinity. Big bomb to Aiden Williams sets up the Tigers here with first down and 10 from 25, but an incomplete pass brings up second down and 10. McGuigan pitches it out to Jackson. Jackson looking for blockers, gets to the sideline outside, and he'll be stopped at about the 23-yard line. He'll be stopped by Will Warren. Again, another top-notch linebacker in the county, Mr. Will Warren. Bring it up to about the 22. Third down and about 8 now for the Tigers.
10:41 to go in the first game of the year. This one, of course, doesn't count, but the game last night did between Satellite and Space Coast. And let me tell you something, man. Dan Burke, he's a legend, man. I mean,
Dan Burke. I mean, that's the thing. I remember having a game plan against Dan Burke. You know what's coming. Yeah. The problem is that they still execute it.
Well, I'm going to say something that's going to make some people mad here in a minute.
McGuigan looking to throw, pass interference, flag flies.
He grabbed reins, and I'm not quite sure. Derek Chandler's got his arms in the air like I have no idea what you're talking about. But, yeah, Derek, you grabbed him, so that'll be pass interference. But let me tell you something. Dan Burke, Space Coast, on paper, you look at those two teams. Space Coast has better athletes, and that's the part that will make some people angry. They have better athletes. Dan Burke got in there last night, and Satellite's got some good players. But you got a quarterback in Zion Sandy, Charlie, Man Williams. I mean, I could go on. Caden Thomas. Dan Burke gets in there last night. J.D. Arnold, the defensive coordinator. Sean Ashley, the offensive coordinator. By the way, Ashley, the first quarterback in Florida Tech history.
I remember that, yeah.
And they just ran the football. And we had a little bit of Sean Ashley sprinkled in there. They did some first down play action, took shots down the field. Arnold's defense stymied that Space Coast offense last night. It was classic Dan Burke football with a lot of his new young coordinators like Ashley and Arnold sprinkled in on it.
Well, I was about to say, too, and I mean, Space Coast did some uncharacteristic things. 6 turnovers last night.
Yeah, Cypress Bay's now up 21-14. Merritt Island's, yeah, I mean, that's a shock, too, man. I mean, Cypress Bay was a 5-5 team last year. Merritt Island's got state championship aspirations. And, again, I don't know if Kevin – I don't know what the situation is. I don't know who's played what and done what, so I have to see it.
McGuigan looking to throw once again, throwing it outside. It's caught by Chandler Henley. Makes a nice grab as he will be out of bounds at about the 7.
Let me tell you something. Young quarterback, for a young quarterback, that's a heck of a pass to the outside.
Well, from what we're seeing from McGuigan right now, that battle
must have been fun to come to work and watch every day.
39-14 right now. Hustlers on top. 9:55 to go in the fourth quarter.
Because he's got a little bit of zing on that thing.
Yeah,
not everybody can throw that out route like that.
Second down and about 6 to go here. Ball on the 8-yard line. Jackson will get the handoff and eludes one defender and runs into the end zone untouched. Nice job. Michael Jackson, touchdown.
And I'm going to say this. McGuigan sold the play.
He did. He really did.
He faked me out. Yeah, he faked me out. And McGuigan sold the play. And I'll tell you what, Hurley's got a blessed situation here with these quarterbacks.
Yeah, he does. Like I said, that's a great drive, and all set up by McGuigan making that big play to Aiden Williams that sets him up on the 30. Then a pass interference penalty gets him inside. Michael Jackson does the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. So, and now Ron Wright comes on for the extra point. I don't know how he got that over, but it's good.
So now score 39-21. MCC leading the Holy Trinity Tigers here after a 7-play drive that encapsulated about 3 minutes of time of possession. Great job, Michael Jackson, 8-yard touchdown run.
So we would never encourage, placing funds on anything.
Nope,
I wouldn't do that. Coming into tonight, if your over-under was 60, I didn't have that.
I wouldn't have either.
Yeah, not with 4 quarterbacks, 10th grade or younger for MCC, and the first game for a sophomore. Even though Trenton knows the system, I wouldn't have guessed 60 points on the board between these two teams tonight. But I'm impressed that they done it.
Yeah, no, I mean, and honestly, there's more points that Holy Trinity could have scored tonight. I mean, Noah Wright, I don't know how much he missed that 44-yard field goal by, but he had the distance for it.
Know. I'm not sure he missed it.
I was going to say, that didn't look like a miss, but either way, the ref said it was a miss, but you missed points there. And then on top of that, they had a 13-play drive where they weren't able to capitalize. They had another one where they weren't able to capitalize. I mean, like I said, Holy Trinity is going to be able to do some things this year with the way that they've got this offense rolling right now. I like what I've seen so far from both offenses. I think we're going to see a lot of exciting plays from both teams.
Yeah, I agree. I think you come away from here tonight. You're getting. Listen, defend. If I had, I'm going to nitpick. It wouldn't be me if I didn't nitpick, but I'll do it after this.
Roan Wright will swing his foot, and that one will be a squib kick as the ball bounces, and it looks like, I believe that's Colton Brown that's just going to fall on it.
So again, we've already predetermined everything we've talked about in terms of the Holy Trinity defense tonight with a Noah Flores start, right? So just keep that in mind. But anyway, to say the strongest unit on this team tonight was that coming into this game was supposed to be the defense. They had the most returning starters. They got one of the most underrated pass rushers in the county on the front line in his miles a day. They got a speedy secondary. So I think that moving into this week, you got to tighten some things up there up front in that front seven.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you got to give MCC's offensive line a ton of credit as this pass goes out to Colton Brown. Another short pass there, and that's going to be a penalty flag as well, as that'll tack on an extra 15 on top of the first down.
So Merritt Island goes down 28-14, and,
Right now we got to look at Troy Silver's, or not.
What are we talking about? You're thinking
Sebastian Troyan.
Or Sebastian Troyan, right. Silver's on at O'Galley.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say this about Sebastian Troyan. Last year, with an offense that was just struggling and injured, as Willie Tillman told me, the brutal schedule he put together was meant for Brogan McNabb, who was hurt in the first week. Troyan, who was just a sophomore last year.
As another great play by Colton Brown, he'll probably pick up 9 yards, and it won't be enough for a first down. But again, another quick pass.
Yeah, what did they face last year, Knock? I think you mentioned it earlier. Troyan, as a sophomore, thrown into the starting role last year. Finished. Yeah. Who did they played.
Well, they had
a state semifinal or a state Final Four team in Bishop Moore.
Yep.
I think they played a state champion in Hawthorne.
Yep.
Yeah. So
no, they had. Well, what was it? They had the teams that they faced last year. They had a combined 93, 92.
It was like 92 and 40 something record. It was insane what Troyan was going against.
See another quick pass out to Varys. Varys able to make a man miss. Makes two more miss. Now to the sideline, and he will be knocked out of bounds. Inside, nope, just at the 20-yard line. Another big play there. And I'll tell you what, Sebastian Troyan looks pretty good as well.
Yeah.
8:36 to go now here in the fourth quarter.
Snyder's blessed. I don't know that I don't think he did. In fact, I can't remember a year where he had two legitimate starting quarterbacks on his roster at Cocoa. Mm-hmm. He does this year in both Washington and Troyan. So, I think Washington gets the edge over Troyan just because he knows the system a little bit better.
Yeah. We'll see Troyan all alone by himself now. Another quick pass, and that one is out to Tristan Washington. Makes a couple guys miss, and he'll get up to inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line.
But, man, what a great problem to have, huh?
Yeah, once again, you got two good quarterbacks. Washington's looked great tonight so far for Troyan. Looks good as well. Offensive line's done a nice job tonight as well.
Yep.
Troyan will keep it this time. Turns it upfield and still churning those legs. And whistles will blow as he'll be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And Troyan ended up on top of his miles a day there and let him know it a little bit too. I like that in a quarterback. I like that. Touchdown here, Knock, makes it 39-28. Or, I'm sorry, makes it what am I doing? Week one.
Makes it 45.
Right, week one now.
Pending the extra point.
Week one.
45-21 here as we are about 7 minutes and 27 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter to wrap up this kickoff classic. As we'll see a bunch set here for MCC. Jet sweep to Varys. Varys turns it upfield and into the end zone for a touchdown as the Hustlers continue to extend their lead.
That's got to feel good for Varys, man. Last year, listen, he was coming up, and like I said, he played a vital role in the Cocoa Tigers' run to a Final Four last year. But there were a couple games in there where he made a critical mistake in one or two of them. A couple of fumbles that he got really down on himself about. And I was talking to him when we were at MCC camp, and I asked him how he was better prepared to overcome those things this year. And he just gave terrific answers. And it's good to see him get in the end zone. That's going to give him some early confidence.
Yeah, as I was saying, with his speed and just how shifty he is, and at the same time, too, he can work the middle of the field. That's going to be a great outlet for Washington as well.
Yep, kick was good, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. 46-21. The MCC Hustlers lead the Holy Trinity Tigers here on Kickoff Classic Weekend on Brevard Sports Network.
Yeah, it continues tomorrow here on BSN, runs into Monday night as well, where the action never stops. Youth football takes over for 2 of the next 3 days. Tomorrow will be at Stradley Park in Cocoa as the Space Coast Panthers will come down to play the Cocoa Tigers. You'll see all 5 games starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning right here on Brevard Sports Network. Now, I won't be doing the 8 o'clock game. That I can promise you. But I will be doing some of the games tomorrow for sure. And then Monday night we deliver the broadcast for the first ever ACY Monday night football game between West Melbourne and Melbourne. And then Tuesday it's volleyball. Astronaut hosting Merritt Island. Wednesday it's volleyball. Thursday it's volleyball. And then we're right back to Friday Night Lights next week.
7-11 to go here. We got a score update for you where things just got a little tighter, and we'll let you know what that is. As McPherson sends this one deep, it will be Henley who catches it, turns it upfield, working his way to this near sideline, wrapped up by a couple of Hustler defenders as he'll get it to the 30. Looks like the Rockledge Raiders just tightened things up, 28-21. Heritage on top.
Well, the guys down there, Chris Bonanno, Brian Kelly, they all got good. They got a good game, and I'm glad Chris is back after some years of. And listen, welcome back to Caleb too.
Oh yeah, Caleb. Yeah.
Yeah,
Glad to have him back.
Yeah, well, he's not here for long. He's got another surgery coming up, but we'll get the most out of him we can until he's got to go get it.
Mm-hmm. Under 7 minutes to play here is we'll see McGuigan once again.
Kiki says Merritt Island with a quick score, now 28-21. So Here they come.
Trips to the far sideline. Chest high snap, handoff to Mills, and Mills with a nice run. He'll get bounced around as he'll get to about the 39, 40-yard line, depending on where the ref wants to spot it. Looks like the 39.
It's been a good, clean football game tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, points on the board, penalties haven't given teams, opportunities, and it's unusual for a kick. The referees have been sensational tonight.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, you haven't seen too many penalties, and where there have been, like I said,
they were deserved. Yeah, I had the same thing last night at Settler, and the game got a little sloppy in the second half, but the referees were really good last night there as well.
All right, so I want to give a quick update. Rockledge did not get the 2-point conversion, 28-20. Heritage on top now as a handoff to Mills once again. Sanger and Warren bring down Mills.
Will Warren, and we haven't called his name a lot tonight, but we will a lot when we're doing MCC games this year. Will Warren is – I texted Coach Franco and asked him to tell me about Will Warren, and he sent me back a one-word response, monster.
That's what you like to have at middle linebacker.
Yeah.
5.5 to play here in the fourth quarter, 46-21. MCC Hustlers leading the Holy Trinity Tigers is, again, getting a look at Kalen McGuigan, sophomore quarterback for Coach Hurley Brown. Quick snap, pump fake, looking to go deep. He's got Henley, but that one just too far out in front. McGuigan would like to have that one back as we've got whistles. And we got a water break.
Yeah, let's step aside here and come back and tell you about that last pass. You're watching Florida High School Athletic Association football on the Brevard Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Christy Lindback with Compass, your East Coast real estate expert. When it comes to selling your home, experience and strategy matter. My team and I make sure every detail is handled, so you get top dollar and a stress-free experience. We bring in professional stagers, high-end photographers, and cinematic videographers to showcase your home at its best. Because every showing starts online, and we make sure your home stands out. With consistent communication, strong negotiation skills, and local market expertise, I guide you every step of the way. Because here in Brevard, when it comes to real estate, Chrissy knows. Ready to buy or sell in Brevard? Visit Chrissy Knows, and let's get started.
And
welcome back to Catherine A. Ford Field. As Holy Trinity right now faces a 3rd down and 8. McGuigan looking to go deep, and he's got a man, but that was a miscommunication as Raines was looking for the ball on the inside. McGuigan threw it to the outside. It'll bring up 4th down, and tough mistake by the young quarterback, but again, definitely has the arm.
well, I'm going to be honest with you. I've liked what I've seen from all 4 quarterbacks tonight, and I think both coaches should be very thrilled about what they have to throw the rock around this year. Is this the first punt we've seen tonight?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah, because MCC hasn't punted the ball tonight. And Holy Trinity, they've turned it over on downs, or it's been halftime. As we see this punt by Roan Wright, nice high kick. Varus is going to let it go, let it bounce, and now he's going to take a nice tiger bounce as it rolls inside the 20 to about the 13-yard line. And MCC probably with their worst field position of the night.
That's a 58-yard punt from where he stood. That'll be 47 yards track. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's a heck of a kick by Roan Wright.
Roan Wright definitely going to be one of the better kickers in this county.
Yep. I'll tell you what, Satellite last night lost a kicker to O'Galley. A 3.5-star Coles kicker to O'Galley, right? Mm-hmm. But out trots a young man last night who was just punting the ball. I mean, he averaged about 40 yards a punt last night. And to do that in high school football, that ain't easy, brother.
No, it is not. I can't punt 40 yards now. I'm not entirely sure I could swing the leg without hurting myself.
Yeah. Oh, I feel you, man.
As we'll see a handoff here. Gain a couple of yards.
Yeah, I with the hip, I ain't swinging nothing.
Liam Kohler, ball carrier on that one.
Got our first staff meeting Sunday. I'm looking forward to that, man.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Staff meeting.
Everybody from BSN gets to meet each other.
Yeah, we don't get to sometimes cross paths too often.
Yeah, we don't ever get to do that, yeah. Got some great new interns.
Yeah, I saw that. You got some great kids working this year.
Yeah.
Troyan will try and make a man miss, and he's tackled quickly there. Great open field tackle by Ben Silsby. Loss of a couple, bring up 3rd down and about 6.
3:40 to go here, Knock. So what's your takeaway from this tonight, all of this?
I mean, again, I think Holy Trinity, I think they're going to be a really good football team this year. I think they're going to be fun to watch. But MCC, again, you talked about it, the reigning BSN Player of the Year or BSN MVP, which was the same. But
no, Player of the Year and MVP is a little bit different.
Right.
Player of the Year is overall.
As we'll see, Troyan looking, he jumps and he throws it. That'll be incomplete.
Tim Tebow looking there.
Yeah, I was going to say a little dangerous, but again, Noah Flores just an outstanding athlete, outstanding player, and he's going to make life miserable for defensive coordinators all season long.
Yep.
The teams face for MCC. So, like I said, it's going to be a fun year. I'm really impressed with what I've seen from MCC in terms of Coach Schneider implementing his brand of football and getting everybody on brand and lockstep of what they want to do.
And the discipline we saw, that's a line drive. Oh, my. Uh-oh.
Chandler Henley is able to get it. He's going to now break away to the sideline at the 30, the 20, and he'll be knocked inside the 20-yard line at about the 17, 16-yard line. Great punt return by Chandler Henley.
No, they asked why hang time's important. There's your answer.
Yeah, I was about to say the pretty much outran the coverage.
Because there was no hang time on that punt. That was he threw him a fastball. So hello to Teddy Sunday watching. Baseball umpire. I don't know if Teddy does any football officiating or not, but I know Teddy's drawn some pretty good assignments in baseball.
I was going to say, taking a look here for Holy Trinity, looking at their schedule. Got open up the season next week against Bayside and then Titusville. And then got an early bye week this year for them. And then they got 3 out of 4 on the road after their bye week.
Did they find a week 4 game yet? They did not have one.
I didn't see.
Who was their week 4 game?
I didn't see it.
That was against Miami Beach is who it was, and they needed a week 4 game, and I don't know if they got it or not. So I hope they did. If they didn't by Monday, we'll put up a post. Somebody will bite, and they'll get their week 4 game. Usually that's the way it works. South Florida usually gets weird about that, and I don't know.
Did they get weird about the travel?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm sure it wasn't MCC's fault though.
No. Man, talking about MCC, looking at their schedule, they got Victory Christian next week, Benjamin School the following week, and then a big game at Bishop Moore on September the 4th.
When do they play Titusville?
Holy Trinity?
Yeah.
They got Titusville the 28th of August.
Okay, that's going to be a big game for them.
Yeah. Second down and about 5 to go here. Ball on the 14-yard line of MCC. Got a new quarterback in as well. As a little fade route is caught. Aaron Raines with the touchdown. The new quarterback in was, that could have been Ryan Ramos or Brody Argo.
That was who was that, number 10?
Yeah, they got 2 number 10s.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with Brody Argo on that one. Argo was the youth quarterback. So I'm going to say Argo.
Fair enough. So Argo to Raines on say about a 14-yard touchdown. So
like to see them fight until the end, and they will. Chance to make it 46-28. That was a beautiful throw, by the way, by Argo.
Yeah, it was a great pass.
That's what we got. The extra point
is no good.
Was no good. Okay.
1:40 to go here, and after 3 plays, it's 46-27. Argo to Raines for a touchdown, 14 yards out. So, again, a lot of points being scored here tonight, and, again, a lot of nice things, a lot of things to look at on film that I'm sure both coaching staffs are going to want to improve on and work on. But definitely got to say, too, offensive line, both sides. Because if you think about it, maybe some shots on Holy Trinity's quarterback this evening, but Holy Trinity's offensive line's done a good job of keeping their quarterback upright.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Like I said, both of these teams, I think if you're both of these head coaches, there are things you're going to have to fix, okay? Mm-hmm. But there are also a lot of things to point to that are very positive. So our Hall of Chains player of the game tonight, Knock, is going to be Noah Flores.
As I say, Noah Flores.
Yeah,
4 rushing touchdowns this evening.
It's Noah Flores. So congratulations to Noah Flores for being the Hall of Chains BSN player of the game tonight. Congratulations, Noah. Well deserved.
Very much so. Again, fun player to watch. As I can't wait to see the kind of numbers he puts up this year in Ryan Schneider's offense.
Yeah. This tonight's any indication?
Mm-hmm. See Rowan Wright kick this one off as we got a minute left. Another squibbler.
Kid better like milk.
Bonenberger will look for some room to run. Got some blockers. Comes to the near sideline. Still on his feet across the 40 and spins out of another tackle. Trying to elude the kicker. Stiff arms the kicker, but then is tripped up by Roan Wright. Roan Wright not giving up on the play as the kicker brings down.
Who was that? Bonenberger, you said?
Yeah. Bonenberger stiffed him, but Roan Wright didn't give up. Great tackle.
Yeah.
Minute 20 to go now. Here is, look at the final drive of the evening.
I expect 2 knees. About how many yards did Flores have?
He had to be at least over 100 all-purpose yards. He might be closer to 150, maybe 200 all-purpose.
Oh, he's got to be pushing 200 all-purpose yards. He had a 60 and a 50 and another 60.
To say we got a pitch out here to Liam Kohler. Kohler eludes one defender, wrapped up quickly, still fighting for yards as we got 1:14 to go. But I'll tell you what, Alan, out of the drives we've had tonight, we've had 11 drives come away with points.
Yeah, it's been, I'll tell you what, it's been a lot of fun to watch this one tonight. I mean, you're talking about, 46? It's 73 points combined scored tonight.
Yeah.
Obviously you're going to have to tighten some things up defensively. But,
very much so.
Yeah, but I think both of these teams come away pleased with what they've got offensively.
42 ticks continue to roll down in this fourth quarter clock. Kohler gets the handoff once again as multiple defenders for Holy Trinity will bring him down as Melzadeh brings him down again. It'll be a loss of a couple. As we got a kneel down at Heritage, and it looks like Heritage is going to hang on and beat the Rockledge Raiders 28-20 as we got 22 ticks left here in the fourth quarter, Alan.
Well, I just want to say before we get off here, welcome back, everybody. Congratulations to all of you out there, or congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to MCC. It's not the official first win of the season because this is a kickoff classic, but congratulations to Ryan Snyder, and I want to thank all of you tonight for joining me here and all of our great sponsors. You've seen them at the top of the screen all night long. Once again, our final score, the Melbourne Central Catholic Hustlers 46. The Holy Trinity Tigers 27. Knock, great job tonight. Final thoughts?
MCC is going to be fun to watch this year. So is Holy Trinity. Don't let the score mislead you here. I think we got 2 quality teams that are going to stack up some wins.
Yeah, I'm glad that the BSN Uberzati postgame show starts next week because I have no idea what I would say about Cocoa or Merritt Island if Merritt Island ends up losing.
Well, did we get a final yet out of Cocoa Melbourne yet?
I would imagine.
I would imagine Melbourne won.
Well, I would think with a running clock at 41-3, that's probably where it ended.
Probably.
Yeah, so, but no doubt about it. I want to thank everyone out there. And time to go home, get some sleep, because we got to be up bright and early tomorrow. 8 o'clock, the 6U game between Space Coast and Cocoa. For Anthony Knockreiner, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski. Once again, the final score, MCC 46, Holy Trinity 27. Congratulations to Noah Flores.